Past tense. Why would you leave me with these nerves? You got me mad as shit.
Hold up. What up, though? Tapping in, man. How you feel? How you feel, man? What's the goddamn deal, man? Another day above ground. It was a good day. You did. What he say? Why am I talking about you past tense?
Why was the unity so pure when we wasn't having shit? Why would you force my hand to phone? Friend, I try to line the one I love. I had to tab him in.
Hey, y'all, get the lights up. Shut the video out.
Now look what Rabin did. Look what Rabin did.
Hey, nigga, what we doing? Popeye, Prussia. What we doing? Prussia. Big Indian. We're gonna turn up one time. Nigga say, why you got me talking about your past tense? Man, boy. Man, it's good to see y'all in this. And it's good to be seen. Man, I've been working, just keeping my head down, grinding. At the same time, life just been happening. Yesterday was a wild day, man. Lost 2 people yesterday. Both of them went to sleep, then wake back up. You talking about, man, it's to the point you can't even ask no questions. Man, I guess the older we get, the more time pass. We start losing a lot of our friends. Just seeing them go. I'm talking about niggas who you thought couldn't die. And man, that shit just been happening so long for me. Like this shit took me back to, I remember the first nigga I click, our crew. We every day niggas, we walking to school together. When we leave school, we together all day. You know what I'm saying? Just our first experiences in life with things, you know what I'm saying, is amongst each other. And then we lose our first person out there, And it's like when that shit happened, it's just like nigga just never stopped losing people. I remember when my brother passed, then it wasn't even 2 months later. But see, I had already just lost my mama 5 months before that, and then my grandma 5 months after my mama. And then 5 months after that, my auntie died. Then 5.5 months after that, my brother. A month and a half after that, one of my best homies. That nigga woke me up that morning. Said, hey man, you ain't going to work. He did that. He wanted to sleep in my bed. I had big old ass bed, California bed. But you do a lot of fucking enough. Nah, real on some square business shit though. Man, he woke me up. You know what I'm saying? One of the best friends I ever had. Man, when somebody love you and you feel me? That was him. Yeah, his name tatted on my back, both of them, But he woke me up that day, and I remember when I got back home, I was looking for him because we just always talk shit. So I was living in this condo, and it had upstairs, and so when I came in, I just put everything down on the stairs, and I'm talking to them niggas, and nobody talking back. Yeah, that shit just wild, man. It's a lot of people hurt right now. But man, for 2 people, just laugh and get off the phone, hang up, regular shit. Nigga lay down, go to sleep, and don't wake up. And this is wow. But anyway, man, Bob, let's bounce out, man. What we doing? How y'all feeling, man? Whole lot of gang shit. Y'all ready to turn this bitch up? We gonna run through some content. We gonna get cracking on some content, man. And just had to pop out. I've been working. Got a new project that we about to drop. I'll probably be ready for y'all next week with it. I'm do some things a little different. I'm gonna wait till I got the pack in my hand. Then I'm gonna say something. But we got something coming. I won't say it's major. It's major for me because I've been working on it for a couple months, and I have it to where I really want it. So I feel real good about it. You know what I'm saying? The quality, I feel like it's gonna be around for some time, and and I feel super good about it because I did it all. You know what I'm saying? Myself, every little detail, I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm ready for my next project. So I got 2 projects after that. I gotta get this Bloodlines of the Go at 6 side. This shit been 2 years, nigga. Since 2020 into December 2023. So yeah, this shit here been in 2 years and some change. So I gotta get that out. Then I really gotta follow up with like at least 3 books. I gotta do like at least 3 books. And it's just because I'm in the space now, like I don't know if a lot of people out there understanding. You got people who ride waves, who they Robin and not Batman, they Luigi and not Mario. You got some niggas who gonna come stand next to the nigga who gonna make shit happen, or you got some niggas who gonna go out and make it happen. Um, I'm on my boring type cat shit. I don't know if I'm just getting older, and shit that used to excite me don't excite me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I jumped out the porch early. I've been on my own since a teenager. Man, I had so many experiences in this life. I done been so many places. I didn't, I like I said, man, I just all around experience. So it ain't too much that's gonna really get me up or excited. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to just traveling, especially in the first quarter, the first 90 days of the year. So like I'm getting all these offers. Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah. Let's bounce out. Let's bounce out. All the years before this, bro, for at least like 7, 8 years, I've been gone. You know what I'm saying? So last month, you know what I'm saying? I burnt off. I took some trips, but it ain't feel the same. So now I'm getting ready, and it's like, hey, what's up? Spring break, Cancun. We finna go to the titty resort. They let them walk around with the titties and shit. And I'm like, man, that shit played out. Like I done it too many times. And, right now, nigga just really trying to find some peace. Nah, big Indian shit, man. Like it's not shit that's coming from the world that's gonna make me feel any different. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't move me. But I tell you what did make me feel good sitting there and putting that project together and actually watching that motherfucker come from a blank sheet of paper to like, damn nigga, you created this. That was, you know what I'm saying? I found more excitement in it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you always the one that's, you know, gotta solve a problem or, you know what I'm saying? The weight gonna be on your shoulders. So it's just so many things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just count your blessings, homie. And make sure you bless others, you know what I mean? But the shit has to be equal. If it ain't coming back, homie, then that ain't no cycle you want to get tied up in. You got a lot of takers out here. You got motherfuckers that'll take. You got motherfuckers that'll take some shit, and they know that they ain't nowhere in no position to even come halfway equal to what you putting in. You feel me? And so you gotta protect yourself from the motherfuckers. They be thinking they live, but the people or the experiences that they had are nowhere on the level. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand you got old souls, you got new souls, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that think they know really don't know how much they don't know. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I just say don't take for granted just cause you have people in your life, or you might see motherfuckers, or you might feel like shit ain't going the way you wanted to go, or you see it going, or you seen it going, you ain't where you wanted to go. I just say, man, ask yourself how much, energy you really putting towards making sure, you know, you're at least on the way to where you headed to. You feel me? At least you in the process of taking steps. You feel me? Because nigga, we don't know how long we have. You feel me? We don't know how long the motherfucker next to us have. You dig? And they got a saying, the good die young. These fucked up ass niggas, they got a joke, a crackhead, that motherfucker that'll live to be 1,000 years old, nigga. Yeah, you got a nigga ain't never did a motherfucking drug, ain't never drunk a beer. That nigga done fell over and croaked. Goddamn crackhead, this nigga don't eat, nigga malnutritious, nigga don't drink water every day. That bitch 1,003 years old. Nah, nah. Gang shit, I'm over here jamming Mozzie, man, past tense. You know what I'm saying? Why am I talking to you in the past tense, homie? Nah, for real. But nah, I just want to say, man, just looking back on this little ride, you know what I'm saying? Not even understanding that a nigga be here this long, doing this. Like I'm a ghost, homie. Now you see me, now you don't. But this shit right here kind of like caught me up, and I'm like, all right, for the time being, this is where I want to be, because I really can't find nothing else in the world that make me more happier than being engaged with this shit and actually seeing it through. It's a lot of people that jumped on fads and you know these movements, whether it be reparation or FBA or whatever, all these, everybody racing to go make a new name. And then to see people who was fighting the fight before these other things were even invented, before nigga even heard of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And not even keep it real. It just show, listen, like I say, homie, got me looking at a lot of niggas like they some weak ass niggas. Gang shit. Everything that a nigga had to get it off the muscle and off a nigga work, period. So motherfuckers, they jumping on new waves, and I'm saying, bro, Motherfucker, you don't know how life go. You ain't never crunk nothing up. You ain't never been the progenitor or nothing. You ain't never been the nigga who blazed the trail and really put some shit down that wasn't there. That ain't you feel me? You ain't really built like that. You not a franchise player. Niggas would give up everything they work for to go team up with somebody because they feel like they winning. And the whole time, nigga, you walking and you bringing the people into a burning building. I'm gonna tell you, this shit is easy as homie, especially. So that's what I'm saying. You got a lot of new souls. You got a lot of basic souls. You don't have those the God like motherfuckers. You know, them days is over with. We in a day to day where niggas don't even study. You got 90% of the people with a microphone that claim to be teachers or out here presenting themselves as teachers. These niggas don't study shit. They don't study. They on the internet every day talking. When do they have time to study? Nigga, even the pastor don't get on the mic every day. Pastor on the mic once a week. Can I get an amen? Why he on it? Because he got other shit to do. At the same time, he got to be in preparation. Yeah, I need times for my works. He need to prepare. These niggas ain't got no preparation. It's a freestyle. So you know it don't really mean nothing to him. You know it really ain't attached to nothing. Ain't nothing spiritual. Ain't no spiritual power or ancestral power in there when a nigga just talking. You not even for real with yourself. So why would we even send people around you that's for real with you? But you niggas want real results. Y'all want a bag. Y'all want whatever y'all can get. Y'all want fame. Y'all want a name. And that is not how it's supposed to go. Nigga, this shit gonna be hard. This shit gonna make you want to quit. This shit gonna tap you out because I gotta focus on this, then I gotta focus on my life. I gotta focus on others, and I gotta make sure everything around me is straight, everything is flowing, and at the same time, make it look easy. Not let a nigga know I'm stressing over some personal shit. Not let a nigga know that niggas not even taking time off because they feeling like they gonna miss $1. Literally $1, not $100 bill, $1,000. No, nigga, $1. Niggas will not leave this internet alone. They can't even take a break because they scared they gonna miss $1. Why? Because they really need that dollar. Because if they didn't have this shit, nigga, they wouldn't have $1. So I'm saying these niggas ain't even who you think they are, and they don't even have the capability to be that. Why you say that, Chief? Because I'm sitting here looking, and it was too easy for other niggas who not that goddamn talented, damn sure not smart, come through and defeat these niggas, become more relevant than these niggas. But I'm gonna show you something about keeping it real with yourself. And when you really build something, homie, you not just finna let that go. You not finna let that fall. A nigga ain't finna just walk in this hoe, nigga, and everything you have done for years, nigga, you put your energy in, and all the nigga gotta do is walk through the door, and that shit don't hold no weight no more that you did. You didn't need to be here from the jump. See, I'm the nigga that's gonna lace up and say, I ain't going nowhere. And ain't no nigga finna come in this hoe and play bigger than nothing around this hoe. CIA agent, operator, whatever the fuck you niggas is, nigga, I'm laced up. Bitch, I'm a down on the battlefield. You gonna have to. That's the only way. Cause this Indian shit, nigga, period, point blank. Nigga, so many niggas then came and went. Nigga, when we go back 2022 and 2021, 2022, 20, then we had all these niggas want to be an Indian. The coolest shit in the world was to be an Indian. Reparation slave trade victims and all of this type of shit, victimhood stories and all this type of shit. Man, we got that shit out of all these niggas' mouth. They played a clip on Tariq Nasheed today. I don't know, man, it was just some shit I ran across. I don't give a fuck about this shit, but I want to play it because a lot of niggas, but I remember this. I remember when this took place. I don't even have to play it. So basically, they were just saying, y'all let a nigga come in here, and this ain't got nothing to do with Tariq, but I'm just giving the example how niggas laid down or how niggas try to abandon they post and when to go try to ride for the team that they felt like was winning, that it may seem like it's winning. But I'm gonna tell you, when you ain't got no foundation, homie, that shit gonna fall right down on your head. Give a fuck if you put the word foundation in it. Niggas don't have no foundation. That shit does not have the capability to sustain. You have to understand, even if it's in this time, okay, it's needed in this time, but what's happening? You had open borders, so delineation was needed. Now they closing the borders, they moving motherfuckers out. Now you have, what are you gonna do then? When immigrants are not the motherfucking problem here, then what do? See, you can't keep transforming. Because you transform from a reparation, give me a check. You lost that battle. They got you to vote them in and said, fuck you, kiss my ass. You switched it over. Okay, well, we're going to do this. So what was the next hottest thing? What the Indians was doing? Genealogy. Okay, so we're a lineage-based group. You can't keep turning in the motherfuckers, taking niggas' ideas and not destiny swapping this shit and feel like that shit that's some vampire shit. And niggas know how to slay a vampire. But cheek ass niggas on this side who should have been there. Don't call my name, bitch. I'm not finna fight. Man, nigga, you better go get cracking. Niggas over there looking at me. Got me fucked up. I'm looking, I'm finna get on this back wall and see what you whole ass niggas gonna do. Cause I done too much. Nigga, my shit kept it relevant. I was out there on the line, nigga, when everybody wanted to be an Indian. Nigga, you went there. They ain't screaming this shit because of you. Go get your motherfucking ass out there, nigga, and wrestle with them nigga. But y'all let these niggas come through the door, but I'm gonna show you something. Just within the week, last week, you had Asian Doll come out. I want you to see this here, the influence. You have so many entertainers, from Trick Daddy to, tell them nigga, we ain't no motherfucking Africa, nigga. I'm Geechee, nigga. Nigga, I ain't never been to Africa. Don't want to go to the you feel me? Kyrie Irving, Kevin Gates. They ain't played a video with Chingy, motherfucking ass, even though we know Chingy was fucking them boys. NBA young boy. Asian Doll out of Dallas, nigga. Lil Boosie was just posted the other day. He was doing his genealogy for 4 hours. He said, man, I love this shit. Understand something? Why now? See, because we finna make all them other niggas stand on that shit. Y'all niggas ran and jumped on them niggas' dick on that old fad, that wave shit, African American shit, black African American. We're not finna have no conversation about us being classified and you niggas out here riding with made up ass names. That shit ain't gonna hold no weight in 5 years. Gang shit. This new shit, Umar just came out. So now you got a domino effect of everyone copying off each other. I'm gonna make a new name. Not even understanding you dealing with humans who already have names. Nigga, what's your motherfucking surname? That's what your inheritance is at. That's what this shit is all about. That's how you gonna find knowledge yourself. What the fuck do you know about you and who you come from? What you come from, nigga? And that'll give you a better idea to where you need to be going. Cause see, a lot of these niggas don't have their GPS on. A lot of these niggas Wi-Fi off. That's why they so comfortable with going to get up under another nigga and not even understanding that this nigga don't know what the fuck he doing and he ain't got no motherfucking where to go. These niggas steady pulling money out their ass. Shout out to Tariq. They got the Hidden History Museum, millions of dollars. He want $250,000 to do a DVD, and these niggas still pulling money out their ass. You can't get these other niggas to do nothing. But I'm saying, in 5 years, what's gonna happen? That nigga gonna be richer, more land, house gonna be bigger. You still gonna be in the same motherfucking spot just because you was a fan, just because you didn't goddamn look into yourself and your family and blaze your own motherfucking path. Find your own path, nigga. What the fuck are you good at? What are you here to do? Homie, you a God's child. There's something in you. You would not be here. The only reason why motherfuckers come back to this motherfucker, nigga, is because they has made a covenant. There is something that you are supposed to be doing with your life instead of waking up. And niggas are taking it for granted because people didn't wake up this morning. But you still gonna come out here and go lay up under another nigga. These niggas gonna get rich as they can out of you niggas. And you are gonna still be in the same position. And the nigga will just freestyle. Like I say, these niggas live every day, homie. So it's impossible for niggas to be studying or prepping or preparing any type of anything with substance. This shit is fast food, homie. This shit, you put it in the microwave. But like I say, I want everybody to go do all these new names. Dalfa, all of this. Y'all go get down with all these crews. Ex-Hebrews coming over here trying to pop the Indian. Talk, you know what I'm saying? Rich asked me, Topcat, I'm seeing the Hebrews in it, and I'm sick of you niggas, cuz. Y'all would not go over there with them Hebrew Israelites because they will not accept y'all. The Indian call, nigga, long as I'm here and got breath in my body, nigga, you're not coming on my block with that. Take your ass to church Sunday, nigga, or become a reverend if you want to teach the Bible. But ain't no motherfucking religion. Why do we need religion, nigga, when we're spiritual people? Organized religion is our story, nigga. The fuck? We gave that to niggas who couldn't keep up, to live niggas. That's us giving game. So if you fall in that, nigga, you take your Baptist, Presbyterian, preaching ass down the motherfucking block and go be a pastor, nigga. That's what's in your heart. But don't be touching on them babies while you in there, because we know the church is producing more punks than goddamn when the music industry landed in Atlanta. Yeah. We know y'all niggas turned out. Yeah, you niggas in them boys come up in the church. Get them out that church. The church is not raising men. These niggas growing up sucking dick, growing up fucking a roommate in college. This shit ain't cool. You niggas too feminine. You niggas some hoes. And I really feel like a white boy whoop you. See, back in the game, shout out to Spody, man. Spody sent me a message. Flash from Orlando, man. The seminal homie. Coming here talking that shit. Spody say, man, we learned that shit in school, man. But we ain't believe that shit because we knew in our heart nigga couldn't no white boy whoop us. I said, damn, OG just said some real shit. But see, you niggas growing up in them churches, you niggas without no backbone, you niggas standing there waiting on another nigga to do something when you can do it. If he can do it, nigga, you can do it. And if you can't do it, why the fuck you want to be on the team? Kobe Bryant, everybody called Kobe about how Kobe said, I'm not passing you niggas the ball. Bitch, I didn't work. Bitch, I work out 3-4 times a day. I don't even see you niggas working out. You niggas, we doing push-ups, nigga. You wait, looking at the coach turn around, nigga. You laying on the ground, nigga, and waiting till you turn around for you to do a push-up. I'm not giving you the ball, motherfucker. And that's the same thing I'm saying about these niggas that are not studying, that are not putting in any type of work that will move this Indian shit in a better direction. Niggas feeling like they already done enough. How? When you have movements out here who are more popular than what the fuck you been doing. Nigga, you lost. You're losing. And bitch, I don't take no L's. I don't take L's, nigga. But I'm not finna go out here and jump to no motherfucking defense. No, burn the bitch down, nigga. Cause see, I know one thing about me, nigga. I know the art of war. Patience. Time. Can niggas stand the test of time? And what we have seen, hell nah. A lot of these niggas can't. I can stand the test of time. Yeah, I know I can. So in time, like Big Mama say, time reveals all things. A lot of these fads, these new names, that shit ain't gonna be around. Look at all the names that went through. You gotta understand. Nobody gonna understand it more than me, and nobody gonna see it how I see it because they weren't there. They don't understand that a lot of the ingredients that's in these new little fads is straight destiny swapping with what the fuck a methodology that I brought to the game. And I don't give a fuck about what nobody felt like it, nigga. Can't nobody have this conversation with me. I was watching Rich last night and they had the New York Conscious Community on there, and Sinetta was just bringing out old tapes after tapes, videos. And they like, damn, you got that, damn, you got that. That's gonna be me. Y'all know how much shit that I have that I don't show, but I kept it. That's just me. I saw Aries too. I don't know. Maybe it's some Aries shit, but we damn near like some hood. Like I love experiences, homie, because I understand the value of life. I understand the value of 24 hours in a day. I understand that, man, I need to appreciate motherfuckers that surround me right now because it's a great possibility that either of us may not be here. We might not get to share this experience again. Yeah, man, so let's laugh, man. Let's love each other right now. Niggas feel like they got all the time in the motherfucking world. And they like, damn, why did you speed? Nigga, I'm speeding, homie. I need at least a year and a half, nigga, to do nothing but work. Stay underground, homie, and put down nothing but work, especially if I want this shit here to go. You got to understand, do you know how many authors there are that are writing books concerning the American Indian topic? These motherfuckers don't qualify. We don't see any of them lecture. So how the hell you qualify to be an author? They trying to make $1. And then we turn around and they try to blame it on Pan-African and blame it on anything else. And no motherfucker is you. You don't just go get anybody. Look at the American government. They ain't got nothing but an army. If they didn't have that army, everybody, the fucking government is ran by motherfuckers who are dumber than most of these content creators. It's the same shit. A bunch of unqualified motherfuckers in powerful positions that have a lot of people's lives at stake. And these niggas are losing. The only thing keeping them in the game is they can fight. The only thing keeping the Indian shit in the game is because BCU can fight. We're the army. Nigga, this is the United States all over again. Nigga losing in all other departments. The only thing we do is strike fear in the motherfucker and they know they can't fuck with us on this information. Period. Everything else, nigga, Throw this shit in the trash. This shit is the United States government all over again. A bunch of motherfuckers who are unqualified. A bunch of motherfuckers who are comfortable and content because they ain't used to having shit. And now they get a little something. They okay. They content. And if it ain't working out, then they'll just go jump on the next motherfucking train that's smoking. Because how many motherfucking Indian teachers out here writing books and shit was Hebrews? Why y'all wasn't writing books when y'all was Hebrews? Because the Bible told you couldn't. But you'll bring your ass over here to this Indian shit and do it. And we still don't know how you connected to this Indian shit. It's 222. Get them 222s in the chat. It's 222. Confirmation from the ancestors, nigga. Hey, y'all, my birthday this month. I know we better show up. Last year, y'all sent me $3,000. Nigga, can we do something better? If goddamn Tariq and them can get $250,000 for a motherfucking documentary, nigga, with AI clips in that motherfucker, it's by the time y'all niggas start showing up. We don't know how motherfucking long we got left, nigga. Life is real. This shit is real. And niggas coming out here like this shit a game. This shit ain't nothing to be smiling about. Ain't nobody should be smiling, nigga. Not in the motherfucking position we in. Smile for what? Smile for what? I give you something to smile about. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to put some work behind it. Again, all these new names that these niggas coming, a lot of these niggas credibility fucked up. If people don't feel like these niggas CIA plants, government plants, spies, every time a movement is jumping, here these niggas come, infiltrating the movement, turning into something else. Man, come on. And this ain't shit you gotta go get no classified documents on. Nigga, everybody know this. This is shit that has been said. But niggas that's on the battlefield and big enough couldn't whoop them. So guess what? Now they are damn near irrelevant. Why these niggas are irrelevant and playing relevant on American soil, nigga. This is what we built. You don't come set up on our foundation, nigga. Nigga gonna huff and puff and that shit gonna blow down. Now, like I say, you look at all of these real people, entertainers, influential people, they're not going by any of these made up names. They're looking into their family history. However, they caught the download. You feel me? They own it. And they finding out who they saying. And guess what? All the shit that they looking for, Boosie was tell me what a mulatto mean. Nigga, you in Louisiana. You fucking around got some mulatto in you, nigga. That ain't nothing but a goddamn Indian, mixed race Indian. But it's an Indian. And in 1900, they started to take mulatto off census records and change it with Negro. Because you say mulatto automatically indicates American Indian blood. Period, point blank. Now, all of these people finding out, Boosie say, man, I've been on this shit 4 hours, nigga, I'm stuck. I said, oh, that genealogy bug bit him. Boy, ain't nothing like that genealogy. You got to understand, Boosie, the place that he in for him to even get the download. Boosie been going to church. Boosie had just left church. He had just left church last Sunday. He was singing gospel songs and shit. And then his next post after that was him doing his genealogy. See, you got to be in the space, homie, where you for real. You got our ancestors, not no fake ass niggas. Well, some of you niggas. Some of you niggas. But I'm telling you, homie, when they come and put their arms around you, because they looking for people that they need. They ain't looking for motherfuckers that just willing to show up. Because they already seeing niggas ain't got no spines. Niggas are fold and be starstruck or fanned out or go jump on some shit because they feel like that's the way. Nah, they looking for real people who really gonna do the work and really gonna stand on it and really connected to this shit and not looking for something out of it when they not even really putting shit in it. So many of these niggas done gave up. I done lost so much respect for so many of these niggas, man. I'm standing there like, hey, you think I'm crazy? You think I don't know that I'm doing all the work? You think I don't know that, nigga, the shit that I'm doing is keeping this shit relevant? And then you niggas got the nerve to be out here writing books and all this type of shit. And y'all ain't done a motherfucking thing for the Indian car. Y'all ain't did a meet and greet. Y'all ain't came out. Y'all ain't did shit but picked up this microphone, nigga, and talk some shit we already know. You niggas out here making motherfucking books off information you heard, you watched videos and got from another person who actually spent time to go find this information, traveled and everything, pay expenses, and all you do, nigga, is go get with an AI site, nigga, and package this nigga shit up. And that's supposed to help. Bitch, that's why they say God sits high and look low. You hoes will never be nothing. And that's why it's so easy for a nigga that come through and every movement that nigga has been known to nigga them ism. This nigga then came and stuck his foot in the water, came, been a part of it, took over, monetized it, nigga, and went on to the next. And you niggas out here flying banners and running behind them, nigga, got your highs dressed up like it. And in 5-10 years, that shit ain't even gonna exist because it was no foundation built. It was no work put in for that shit, nigga. Nobody slave sweated, nigga, or shed no blood behind that shit, nigga. Ain't nobody put in countless amounts of hours, nigga, into goddamn creating that, years of it. No, these niggas came and stood on some shit that was already there and used talking points that was already there. Just like these niggas out here writing Indian books off information they got off of from another motherfucker and didn't even source the nigga. That's why they books ain't even sourced. But I tell you what, the best thing is time. Time. Let a nigga fight time. You ain't got to run out there and go fight a nigga. Let them fight time. Yeah, you hear me? Let them hoes fight time. Let them fight time. Let's see how many days they can wake up, nigga, and fake it before they got to look in the mirror, nigga, and pay the motherfucking ultimate price, nigga. Gang shit. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Gang shit. Turn up.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirit's right.
We finna get to the show.
Ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed the ship to steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's a triangle of soul, but the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original mind.
Hey, the homie AJ say, Umar created DAFA identity based on which can actually be found documented, plus FBA trademark. He say this alone will uproot FBA. Listen. Umar ain't none of that shit. You know what's gonna uproot all that shit? Time. So y'all missing what I'm saying. This is a war. This is a battle that you don't even have to fight. Let a nigga fight time. Because in time, what have we done? We started seeing these niggas switching up. Umar didn't create Dalfa out of the kindness of his heart and off of no information. He didn't research and how he feel he can implicate this here and bring niggas back into their proper status or a status that can goddamn help them. That's not, no. The shit he was riding with failed. Pan-Africanism is over. Them bitches 6 feet under. So he had to get out the car because, nigga, we done put the spikes on the road and that nigga done rolled the rim, the sparks coming off the rim. He can't go no more. Nigga done ran out of road. So you got to get out there and he need a new whip to move. Meanwhile, I'm saying we don't have to fight or say none of these niggas. Let them fight time. Because in time, more and more people, you got, as you see, these entertainers and these sports players and these people, they're coming back. What they're saying, they ain't saying no fucking doubt for FBA, ADOS, or Black America. They not on that. They talking about Indian descent, sexy red. What she tell them niggas? You know, I'm from St. Louis. You know, everybody out there, we got that Indian in our family. Yeah, long, pretty hair. Now, more people of relevance are saying those things. And these are people that don't read books. These are people that don't know what a fucking FBA or DAFA is. These are people that ain't on the internet searching for no information or nothing. So let me tell you something. When you see that, then you really, that's more powerful because this other shit, only niggas that know about this is niggas that's on the internet. And it's more of our people that's not on the internet, not even in tune to none of this shit. And the downloads they're getting and their introduction is about themselves. Cause one thing about us, especially when you coming from, I used to run the streets, nigga, I never watched TV. TV for what? I didn't even have a social media. What? I ain't know nothing about that type of shit. I got social media in 2018. Hello, somebody. Nigga, I was grown in the bitch, but I was a real street nigga. I didn't know nothing about none of that, didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. Gang shit. So watch this. So when you come in, you're pure. You ain't indoctrinated. That shit gonna go way further than these indoctrinations. Than me trying to understand some shit, some man-made shit that a nigga done created off an idea. He done hit a blunt and came up with a good idea. So I'm saying in time, let them niggas fight time. I wish I would go press a button, argue with a nigga, or set up a debate with it. For what? When I know a nigga ain't got no foundation. Nigga, the wind is gonna blow and that motherfucker gonna tilt over because you can't keep changing. You can keep changing. I've been the same. Nigga, go back to my first bills, nigga. It's the same from back then to now. And I ain't changing. I ain't moving because I know I got a solid foundation. We are attached to our roots. So we ain't going nowhere. We can't do nothing but get bigger and stronger. So while people choosing, you know, the 15 minutes of fame, we playing the marathon. We playing the long game. We talking about generations on generations. We want to set this shit up for generations on generation. We're not just going to change when the politics of America change. Amen. We not on that. We're not controlled by politics. Oh, one black man shot and the nigga run out there and they crying. The white man, we got to do this here, save our vote. They don't want to. Man, we by sick of that shit. Soon as you niggas get to talking like that, we know you niggas goddamn CIA plants. The fuck is the FBI showing them? Niggas be casually saying, yeah, the FBI just left from over there. What the fuck is the FBI doing over there, nigga? You don't sell dope. You ain't no motherfucking cocaine trafficker, nigga. You ain't got no motherfucking Medellin plug, nigga. You ain't got no Tijuana cartel plug, bitch. Nigga be casually saying, yeah, the feds called my phone the other day. What? Bitch, you ain't got no El Chapo, El Mencho money, nigga. You ain't got no routes. The fuck that, yo, cause you on the internet talking? The fuck out of here, nigga. It's your boss. Gang shit, stop playing, man. Turn up.
Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Top cat said it loud. Stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing. It's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, food and intuition. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf. Yeah, we talk to the sky and the ancestors' rhythm. We never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. It's our home, not a place we disappear. James singing true through the pain and the tears.
All right, turn up. I just wanted to get some good energy in here. Let's get this down, man, and get into the build, man. Y'all see what we rocking on, man. Y'all see what we coming with. Before I do that, I want to show y'all something, man. This is a little project I've been working on. We gonna drop it when we drop it. I'll let y'all know when it's ready. Huh? Yeah, this what I've been working on right here. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified Boogie, man. I'm the one that up the scope with them. Huh? This is America. This is America. Y'all meet the Jaguar Princess. The storyline on this is crazy. This book gonna come with. That motherfucker it's a kid's book, but it got a book blurb. It got a glossary. And it's a small book, but it's a large book because it got a lot of pages. You know, but it's a whole storyline, which one day I'm gonna turn it to a whole cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Not only a cartoon, but we want dolls, we want, you know, all type of, you know, shit. But yeah, that's the beautiful princess right there. That's her daddy, Big Chief Topcat. That's her brother, Prince Mac, and Prince Atlas. You feel me? And she had two sisters, Princess Anaya and Princess Kelly, and they all rulers. So this is gonna go on. It's gonna be series upon. It's gonna be series to this. Can I show them another picture? Let me see. Let me find one that I think is cool. All right, let's see what we can go. We'll go with this one. All right. Shout out to my Florida boy. We'll go to Florida. We'll meet the Tainos in the Arawaks. Yeah, that's her. Okay, that's her meeting the Tainos in the Arawaks. You feel me? Yeah, man. Turn up. So we're gonna bounce out there, man. We're gonna get to some news we can use. You dig? We're gonna get to some news that we can use. I wanted to jump on that Bill Clinton, man. Y'all saw the deposition. I think we'll come back and do that by ourselves. We'll come back and do that by ourselves. We ain't gonna fuck the Bill up. But boy, I was laughing my ass off. They were telling Bill a freak. He's a stone cold freak. That nigga looking like Biden out there shaking. He out there, that nigga trying to drink his little tea, coffee, whatever's in his cup. Boy, he down there spilled that shit over everybody that was at the table. That nigga hand was shaking like a scrubber. His hand was shaking like a scrubber. They said, you met Elaine Maxwell? She said you was hung like a horse. That nigga Bill bust out laughing. She said you hung like a horse. That nigga couldn't even, he ain't want to deny that. Cause he supposed to be that. I do not remember. I deny that. I don't recall. They said, yeah, she said you was hung like a horse. He said, well, you know, hey, I'll tell you this. There's a pill out there. He said, I took 2 honey packs. I'm gonna be honest. be honest, took 2 honey packs. Viagra had my heart beat up a little too high. And my doctor, he took me off that. I tried the blue chews, but that day I was on Dubai honey packs. I took 2, I will admit. And I towed the pussy up. And I wanna say hi, and I wanna thank her for those kind words. Yeah, they asked Hillary, so what you think about when Bill was laying in the hot tub and them girls would massage him? Look, I haven't seen them. They said, well, we got it right here. I don't want to see it. Anyway, we're gonna have to come back and do what, bro? It's so many, boy, they was thugging it up. Bill was up there the whole time. Oh, they just talking about how many hoes this nigga done fuck. And just, yeah, they say you like them young. Notice, Honor, we can. They say you like them young, like Drake. He say, that's not true. They said, what's not true? Underage girl. I didn't say that. I don't like underage girl. She said, I didn't say underage. I said you like them young. Jeffrey said you like them young. Well, that's not true. That's not true. She said, well, is the intern young to you? Intern? Yeah, I would say they're young. I got them. We're going to come back and watch it. Let's go, though.
Gods and goddesses and all
Let work
type
go.
of shit.
Say you hung like a horse, Billy. Well, you know, hey, I get it from my dad.
We gather here today, hear some knowledge and stuff, and that's what we do on the craft because we traveling. We time traveling. This is why we call it the pod craft. We inside of a pod. And this is a craft that's just moving.
Hey, y'all share the videos out, man. Share the videos out.
Merkaba. Said it right there. Hexagon. And then that stellated. Once it stellates, then it turns into the what's a hexagon, and then it comes the dodecahedron. The dodecahedron.
Damn, we got 270 people already.
Hey,
man, let's not act like we knew to this. Come on, bro.
I see the numbers and everything.
Open up the door.
Yeah, and we got the legendary Big Chief.
Hey, they coming to see top. Hey, listen.
Somebody put the word out.
Oh, Indian Red in the building. Shout out to Indian Red.
Right.
Let's go.
All right. Nigga said they come to see Topcatz. Somebody didn't put the word out. Topcatz. We got a Topcatz site.
Hey, so in the back. All right, let's bring them up to the forefront, ladies and gentlemen. Topcat. What it do?
season coming up,
and I'll be in the Bay Saturday.
Hey,
we got a show out Saturday.
Appreciate you, Chris. Hips and ass.
That's right.
Hips and ass.
In the Bay. You'll see the information up there. You left it up there, Eddie.
For what?
For the show. Use my breastplate. Let me clear my throat. Greetings. Somebody said the BBCU. Shout out. We got them coming in. Okay. Important conversation. It was Dulcinea in the building there. They coming in see what's going down.
There's a lot of new viewers.
Yeah. Cap Jones in the building. Salute to you, my brother. All the copper skin.
That top cat that's them Jaguars.
Should have my we got the Choctaw.
Well, right, hey, say, goddamn it, when the chief call, then the Chiefs better be on location. Turn up.
Nice. I want to hear about all that stuff, all that good stuff, man. Word. So is he coming in?
He said he's gonna start his video later, but he.
Oh yeah, we hear you loud and clear, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, I just heard the voice of Top Cat. He's in the building, man. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Peace. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to Junkie. Shout out to the priest. And shout out to AD.
Peace.
AD.
All right. Peace.
This is Solo Jim.
Peace. What's good?
I don't think he heard.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting everything, just getting it together. Peace. I see y'all.
That's right.
Whoa, we about to go in. We're about to go in today.
I see you suited and booted tonight, man.
Yeah. You see me warm up for you.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm in a powwow, so I had to get down. So yo, let me go ahead, man. So I suited up, man, for you, brother. Word, no doubt. Word. No, I respect it. Word, respect. How you doing? How you feeling?
Show me so much.
Oh man,
Yeah, you in love, man.
good. Getting ready for this new year, this 2024. We look to apply a lot of pressure. Man, last year we did our first pyramid tour down to Chichen Itza down to Mexico.
Shout to the Pequot, man. Shout to Connecticut. I actually
Before then we did 10 trips in the year, just around America, North America, to a lot of prominent ancient civilizations here that's right in our backyards, but we're not informed on.
Man, yo, that's crazy. I was just hearing. I think she said that yesterday. She said somebody was talking about there were hills and AD in Cali. That's actually pyramids.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Cali got a lot of shit out there that need to be excavated.
You know, some of those hills. You talking about you going to Hollywood Hill? You stepping on some ancient mounds.
There you go.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, right there in your backyard. You been here all this. You ain't think? Look into it. I didn't know.
I got friends that be going to the casinos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Dana Berry, California, the building.
When he told him, I'm not black, I'm Indian. You're not black. He told them there's pyramids and mounds in St. Louis. And so he was speaking about Tokyo, Monk's Mound. One of the largest mounds here, the second to be Emerald Mound down in Natchez, in Mississippi.
Wow. You pull that up, AD? Some of those mounds up there. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. Kanye, man. Yeah, he did do that. He did on that rant. He just straight up said that.
Hey, take a picture, Dr. Dana.
He said, no, we the real Indians. That's what he said.
Next
time.
Out his mouth. He just say that.
That was powerful. Shout out to Kyrie. Little mountain. Here's another one. He always supports, little small. It don't matter how small.
Copper engine.
Whatever.
Right.
If you're Indian, Kyrie come through your support.
Well, that's Kyrie? Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving.
Wait a minute. So him and go ahead.
Now I was gonna say a few people. You heard Duke Deuce out of Memphis. The rapper Duke Deuce.
Yeah. I think I'm familiar.
Yeah, Tip out of Ohio. The Ripper happening. Yeah, a few people.
Right. I've been hearing stuff here and there. Well,
the music industry they starting to tap in. Matter of fact, Duke Deuce was on Say Cheese, and he referred to black culture in Memphis, and he corrected Sean and told him indigenous culture. We indigenous in Memphis.
Shout out to my nigga Duke Deuce, man.
Yeah, you had the Chickasaw down there.
901 Memphis, Tennessee.
Tennessee area. Cherokee for their migration to Georgia.
You could DM or send them to the site.
I did used to hear.
I'm gonna put him up.
ODB used to say a lot that he was that his family sold Manhattan.
Right.
Hey, Copper. He was Shinnecock.
Hey, Copper Engine or anybody who haven't got their book, DM me or send me a message so we can get them out. I don't know, we done sent over 100 of them hoes out last week. So yeah, get with me. I still got 2 big boxes full. So get with me.
And he would say about his family and him and Papa Wu also. Papa Wu was his older cousin. So yeah. This is nothing new. Apache, I need a gangster boogie. Even in West Lane, they had the dude in Powwow, the big, and I think it was the Furious Five, fantastic. In the Furious Five, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, he had the big powwow thing in his head.
Yeah, big war bunny.
You had a lot of people was representing back then. Chuck Berry, King Robert. That movie Cadillac Records. Chuck Berry came in and was like, this car say you're Indian. And yeah, but that music, you know, blues and all of that's coming out of the Mississippian. So when we see these song coaches, you have, well, they broke them down into Indian culture, Hopewell culture, Mississippian culture, and then we have a different time frame across the way. We have like such as Bronze Age, Iron Age, things of this nature we still refer to on the other side of the world, but they never show you them on side of each other or with the chronology lining up. Because what it'll reveal is that civilization or as culture, what we know, whereas it'll be centered around agriculture, which would be the most important. So within that, you'll have to be profound record keeper and have a knowledge and understanding of the stars, so you can know when to harvest. So a lot of people calendars was off because they couldn't harvest. They didn't know when to harvest. So we had sun and moon calendars here. More time going down to Mexico City to the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. And so I'm gonna take a tour down there. But everything was centered around agriculture because now we don't have to follow and chase herds or follow animals. We can stay in one spot and actually build a pyramid. You know what I mean? We can feed ourselves off the land. And that was a science. So it wasn't something that just, you know, manifested here. And one of the most important agricultural crops that went around the world that we seen would be corn. And that would fingerprint a key marker into who brought the civilization, because the corn originates here in the Americas, and it had to be genetically modified. It's not a organic corn seed that, you know, corn naturally grows from the earth. And so that is a clear, one of the clear indications that this science was taken around the world, and it actually helped others, such as Egypt, which we in Karnak we see Osiris body laying flat, and we see agriculture growing out of it. So it's called wheat, but when you translate it, Turkish wheat is Indian corn. All right, and so this is actually corn growing out of Osiris, because Osiris represents what is called one of the resurrection deities. Whenever you hear resurrection, it's all allegory centered around agriculture. So you have something called the green mean. Osiris is depicted as a green mean. We have Pakal down in America, in our culture. If you look at any of the 4 civilized tribes in the Southeast, meaning Chickasaw, Choctaw, as you, Seminole, you have these 4 Creek. They origin story venerating corn gods, corn deities. The same as when we go into the Mayan cultures. And so it's same as we see with Osiris being the corn deity. Before I land in the Brooklyn Museum, you have something called the corn mummy. Now we have all these African scholars.
Press check today. It should be coming in today.
Tours for years.
If not today,
to
tomorrow.
The Brooklyn Museum, but they always, for some reason,
I'm gonna double check though.
Mummy, because the corn mummy is the veneration of Osiris and a celebration that they celebrated in Egypt, according to Isis, which would Osiris was really a corn deity centered around agriculture, and that was one of the key pointers that the Egypt was actually a colony of ancient America.
Really? Oh, that's a lot to take in. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I did hear something about corn found over there, and well, how did they get it there?
Yeah, well, trade. So again, another science that everyone wasn't accustomed to was seafaring. So seafaring was very, very important. Everyone didn't have that tool, that intelligence. Hence why we have theories such as the out of Africa theory, in which the people are walking. Africans didn't have the technology to sail. How do we know that? And I'm not just going off on Africans. Well, we know that because we don't see any African colonies around the world. But we will see Greece colonies, we'll see Roman colonies. We don't see Egyptian colonies because Egyptians wasn't seafaring people. They actually hired out their Navy bases. They hired out their army. They had a lot of their greatness was things that they bought out of trade and people bringing in. So we'll deal with like biblos, which they got their cedar from. They got their wood to build their coffins. And these people also were the merchant class. In the Bible, Solomon, he couldn't, in order to build Solomon's temple, they had to go to the people who had the knowledge. And we know the Hebrews didn't build the pyramids because they didn't even have the knowledge to build Solomon nor David's temple. And so they had to go to the people who could. And this is a science that the Americas had already for us, seafaring. How do we know that? Because in the Bible, God told Adam to build a ship, and he told him to build it with gopher wood. The only place in the world gopher wood is found is in Florida, Georgia region. Only place called Stinky Cedar. So the seafaring expeditions come from here. Also in Egypt, we find, let's deal with Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut said that her people come from a land of Punt. They didn't originate in Egypt. That their gods came from Punt. We also find in Hatshepsut that she sent expeditions out that took 3 years. And we find in Ramesses temple pineapple. We find coins. The mummies have cocaine in them, indicating that they are having trade from America, but Egypt is not a seafaring people. So we Amazon prime.
Right. I heard about that.
We prime. So that was something that was real key. Also, when we go into the gods of Egypt, and I think this is the most crucial point, because when we look into their deities, their most ancient deities, we'll take the Khnum. Khnum is the big head ram. The ram originates in America. You have the Los Angeles Rams. You have the Peregrine Falcon, which would be hordes. Peregrine Falcon, the Atlanta Falcons. The Southeast tribes venerated the Peregrine Falcon. He was the highest, the fastest flying bird, and he placed his nest where others haven't been. Where they venerated him, and when they excavated the mounds, they found motifs of what they call today the Eye of Horus. In the Southeast nations, in the Southeast, in the mounds in the Southeast. And so they venerated these, and also the Peregrine Falcon was, like I say, very prominent in the Southeast down here. You'll take another one, you have the Cholo dog, which would be Tahuti, which would be one of their most ancient deities. The Cholo dog is only found in Mexico. They told us it was I can't think of what they told us.
A jackal.
Who he was. Can y'all remember what he was supposed? A jackal, but we know jackal brown. And then when you come to the family, the family is gonna originate back in America. And so, and these are their deities. These are Egypt's most prominent deities. And we see that the animal effigies that they're using are indigenous to the Americas.
Hey, get the likes up. Soul King, what up?
Science is traveling from one place and being brought to Egypt.
Man, that was the traveling is crazy. Wait a minute. So because you brought up the Cholo dog.
Right on.
Have you ever seen that dog, AD?
TP True Live, the legend.
You have any?
Nigga, you going in the Hall of Fame.
Mexico, indigenous to Mexico.
I think it's spelled with an X.
Aztec and the Mayans used him. He was a god of the underworld. So when they
right there. The first one. Yeah, dude look like a.
Yeah.
Is that him right there?
Yeah, that's one.
A cold right there. The second one, AD. Move over. They're down. That one. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Cold. Yeah, that's cold. That's cold right there.
It's him right there.
This dude see it.
And the breed is only found in Mexico. So the Aztec and the Mayans, he was a god of the underworld. So when they would pass, they would sacrifice the dog and take him to the underworld, and he was to be a guardian. Same symbolism that Tahuti was.
Feather, I'm gonna get you one day, Feather.
The dog is indigenous only to Mexico.
I'm gonna get you
Was
one
that
when I
dog in
get
that
rich, Feather.
cartoon Coco? Remember, because Disney had the ancestors who had passed, and there was a dog in there. Not sure if that's the same one.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That is definitely a dope resemble of.
I mean, you can't because they're saying that it's a jackal.
Mm-hmm.
We know jackals are brown. That dog is black, just like the Hootie, the ears, the snout, everything.
But who said it was a jackal? Wouldn't that be the Egyptians?
Egyptologists, Kemetic priest.
Feather say she's scared.
Okay.
But see, they don't know that the science is coming from here. Well, let me say this is actually universal.
Yeah, you got to
universal that we'll see synchronism. So, like you brought up,
Killer Priest say, "Damn, you got them coming in the building, boy. They falling in that motherfucker deep, nigga. Them Jaguars." When we go into the Inky and the Nil story, the Anunnaki, they're speaking about these serpent deities coming. Well, these serpent deities are said to be creator deities. And if we look around all major civilization cultures, we find them. So in Asia, you find Puxi and Nuwa. In Hindu, you find the Nagas. And Buddha's mother named Maya. And you find Apep in the Egyptians. Over in the Americas, we have Quetzalcoatl with the Aztec or the Mashiach. And the Mayans, we have Kukulkan, which is the serpent. But there was a time they came where all of the serpent deities by 5,000 Cam
were killed. So these serpent deities. So when we look at Saint Patrick, he's killing the serpent. We look at Hercules, he's killing the serpent, Apollo. I'm sorry. We go into Sumerian. We see the serpent being killed by Marduk. All of these people are said to be those that came and slayed the serpent dragon. So in the Bible, when they say that there were giants on earth, that the gods, the sons of gods came to the daughters of men, meaning that these people that derive from this bloodline are these people who created people here, the creation gods, being the serpent gods according to the Sumerian and other texts. Even in the Bible, Genesis 3, we had a serpent. So the serpent deity is representing the creation gods, where they'll be taken down by all of these other figures, St. Patrick, St. George. You look around, it's in Irish, it's in all these different cultures. Well, it falls into what is called Marianism. And this Marianism is a conversation that they just had a debate about, that Egypt, the Christianity still off of Egypt was, when they're both wrong because they use the resurrection deity. Resurrection deity, again, like I said, is centered around agriculture, and the agriculture is going to be corn. Corn is originated in America, is genetically modified, it's scientifically engineered. And so, so these serpent deities will be slaves, and it'll be feminine. It'll be a feminine deity which will take its place, and so that's where we get the black Madonnas that we find around us.
Hey, get the lights up.
Marianism worship.
Marianism.
Get the lights up.
Pull that up, and that's the worship of Mary.
So it wouldn't officially be Mary in Christianity; she would be Mary, but it'll be fusion around the world of her. So you
right?
Go ahead.
No, so what you saying that what I'm getting is that you said everything originated here,
correct,
and then it went abroad across to Africa and Europe,
India,
India, and all the holy lands.
right.
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia, exactly.
And the serpent is our story. What do you?
But the serpent is a universal story. When we look into it, all of these stories are universal. All of them have a story.
Right.
All of them have
Angie B.
deities who have come down and we created gods over basically like demigods. All of them have these same stories, these synchronisms of like you have Christ and you have Buddha, everybody born on December 25th. Have these resurrection deities throughout all of these cultures. And so these things are on the current in every culture. Every culture is not having the same experience. What happened was this one story. The people that came from the origins of where the civilization or the science is going to come from, this is their story that they're taking around to these colonies that they're building around the world, building up these civilizations. So we know that the pyramids in America are older because the first step pyramid is Egypt. The first step pyramid would be the step pyramid, but we have the step pyramids over in Peru, which are older. Also the mummies, which are older than the mummification in Egypt as well, in the Americas.
Yeah, man, this is heavy. This is heavy. That's kind of heavy because it's a universal story, and later it'll be fused during colonization. So we'll get the fusions in with the Christianity with these different systems because it'll come out of the mystery system. You will see it after the Bronze Age, the fall of the Bronze Age. A lot of these so-called quote-unquote secret societies will be created. And through that, that's where we'll get this line of what we know today is like Freemasonry, secret societies such as that. In order to get the information and the knowledge and the science that everyone didn't have, especially seafaring, they cut a lot of people off from the information and kept it in-house. All this is going crazy right now, man. This is heavy. All right, so what was the religion? What did they teach in ancient America? What was the teaching system?
Okay, so basically it was a spiritual system. So a lot of people talk about nature and we we worship nature and these things. Well, we actually mapped the stars out. Not only that, but we mapped out the ley lines or energy vortex centers here, which is very important because this is something you need to see with a satellite. You feel me? To know where these key areas was at on the Earth. And Sedona, Arizona being one of the most highest vortexes, energy vortexes here. You also had resources that was in the Earth. So we know the story that Anunnaki came here to get certain resources from the Earth that the Earth had, gold and things like this here. So we find people traveling around, planting a flag on these ley lines and energy centers, because these mounds and these pyramids are built on ley lines. In Ohio, they did the study, and they matching these ley lines and the pyramids are in direct alignment with each other, and also star systems. And so, or as a spiritual system here, we under nature, and it was basically centered around agriculture, astrology, astronomy, and the study of the skies. That's why we were the ones to create the number 0. We were the ones to the master masons, if you want to say, for as architecture and as I said, agriculture. We were agriculture people. America fed the world. Most all foods that people eat around the world, you'll be amazed, is actually from America. The tomatoes, which Italians get a lot of props for. Tomato originates in America. Every food dish or culture that's out there is borrowing from the Americas because the resources to their main key dishes are actually from America. I'll give you one quick one before I get out the mic. Cassava.
I love cassava too, especially when it's fried.
African dish.
Huh?
But, the fufu, they use fufu. And that's an African dish. That's a popular African dish, but the cassava actually originates in America. So
is that the right? Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you up. Is that yuca also the same word? It's the same.
Right.
Yeah, yuca fries. Remember we had that?
Yeah.
Off the meat rack. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's all originating in America. Y'all had some questions though, like some information that y'all wanted to know.
Yeah, we go over the panel. Make sure you stay around, Global.
Gullah Geechee.
Yeah.
What's your question?
You're the first
the Gullah Geechee tribe where they're always here, and there are a lot of people of our culture that kind of like originated from them. And where were they located at? And was this their land first?
Man, I hate to break it to you. And shout out to my Gullah Geechee out there, man. Y'all know I'm saying no big Indian business. I gotta tell you.
It's about to turn up a little bit. Come on. All right.
Yeah, it's no such thing as Gullah Geechee.
Oh man. Damn. Boom. Whoa. Oh, there's a breakthrough. Could we have a bomb?
Oh, man.
I need an AD bomb.
Yeah, he's stupid out there, man. Breakthrough, man.
What?
There's no such thing as a Gullah Geechee. Gullah Geechee was made and created through.
Hold on, there's so many. Oh man, go ahead. I'm listening.
It's about to turn up.
Yeah, it's about to turn up a little bit. That's what we like. Go ahead.
The African story created by white people, for one. Okay, and we finna name some names tonight. So
y'all get some flames in the chat. Get some flames in the chat.
Hold on, what? Come down.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. Get some flames in the chat.
So Gullah Geechee are people off the Sea Island. So it stretched through Georgia up through South Carolina. 1526, the Spanish came over. It took them 8 attempts until they finally established themselves in Florida. They had the help of Timucuan Indians. These Timucuan Indians, they were seafaring people.
Yeah,
they were melanated people, just like us, copper people. You had Arawak, Taino. These are people out of the islands.
I always rep for my island.
Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba played a great part. One of their things. So we see these mounds, we see pyramids where they built in a special way, which was shell mounds.
Sure.
So you had different tribes like the Mutina, the Mayaka. You had these different people, and they built on Lake Okeechobee. They built that Lake Okeechobee. They ran through that area, and before we go into the Gullah way,
what was that?
So my bad. What happened?
No, it was a little glitch in the matrix.
Okay, turn up. So right now, what I'm doing is building up this area that they say that the Gullah Geechee are coming from.
And he freestyling.
Spanish coming over in the indigenous tribes that was in that area. So Jacksonville, 1563, you would get Fort Caroline. The French would show up with Rabat. So they'll leave their settlement to be dismantled by Indians. 1565, on the Spanish 8th attempt, they would finally establish San Marcos, which would be built under indigenous Indian slavery of the Timucuan Indians. Now, like I said, these people built the shell mounds. They weren't necessarily agricultural. They built on the sea. They also were a stock of Mayans. Okay, so you had Chippers Mayans out of Guatemala. You had Itza Maya. You had the the Chantal Myers down here. All of this is gold. So back then, Florida, it's 2 hours to get from Atlanta to Yucatan. All right. So it was much closer back then because some of that land is underwater right now. So you had the whole Gulf right there. Well, all the way up to Sea Islands, you had a big nation there called the Escamouco tribe. This nation fought off the Spanish settlement. Well, where they end up settling there, and they'll rival those in the Sea Islands of South Carolina. Is where it's all gonna start. So the British is gonna come. And May 14, 1607, King James of the Bible. You familiar with King James of the Bible?
Hibachi.
King James of the Bible, Jamestown, Virginia, is named after King James of the Bible, which is a black man who ruled in 1603, united the crowns and ruled Scotland, Ireland, and England. Now, these are black people. This is the Stuart family. They're going to come from the Tudor family, which is Queen Elizabeth I, after she passed away. I mean, yeah, her cousin James, King James, took the crown. Now, Virginia, they'll settle in Virginia. Now, they'll pass out, the charters in the 13 colonies will be passed out by people that look like us. So you had Charles I, who will go through the English Civil Wars and die. Oliver Cromwell and the Protestants who killed him.
My granddaddy.
Charles II, who charged in South Carolina.
My granddaddy.
After, which is very important because this is what these Gullah Geechee people are going to be said to populate. So Charleston, South Carolina in 1670, that port will be created and is named after King Charles II, which is known as the Black Boy King. And anybody you can pull it up, Black Boy King.
Yo, AD, you gotta put. I'm already blown away.
They actually have a statue of him. And he will lead after he will come back to the throne. They get New York from the Dutch, which was Dutch West Indies, 1621. And 1626 with Peter Manute, that's when ODB, rest in peace, say his family sold Manhattan to these people. So it'll be Peter Manute. This was 1626. So they ended up going to war later. And this is actually domestic Indian slave trade would start up in that area, up in New York. And it would travel down into the Great Lakes. In 1600s and 1620s to get to Virginia. And we'll have a major fight there in Virginia. Now, we'll fast forward up to 1700. Well, fuck it, let me go ahead on and run it. So who New York is named after is James, Duke of York. He got the charter from his brother. Now, New York, James, Duke of York will get put off the throne and he'll be defeated by William of Orange. This is the French gonna come in. This is the Medici family, if y'all familiar with them.
Yeah.
Powerful European family at that time. Had ties to the popes. They had 2 popes in their bloodline. They was related to them, the every royal bloodline, and they were black people. So look up Catherine Medici, black. Look up Alessandra Medici. Look up Lorenzo de Medici. All niggas. All right. So these are the people that are gonna be in power and control. All right, let me fast forward to the Gullah Geechee people. So what's going to happen is the 13 colonies is going to expand into the Southeast. They're going to want to expand it to the Southeast. In 1517, you had the Protestants versus the Catholic War that started by Martin Luther. John Calvinist and Columbia had a 30-year war. And now the Protestants will be stationed in South Carolina and the Spanish will be in Florida. So they're going to be at odds. 1701, 1703, you get the Queen Anne War. Now they're fighting for Port Royal, South Carolina, and they're trying to get the ports. This is all commercial business. I want y'all to keep that in mind too. They're only fighting for the ports that are operating in international trade. Very, very important we keep that in mind. So these nations down there, you're gonna have a domestic slave trade. And people will show up in the late 1600s called the Goose Creek Men. Google them if y'all never heard of them. They were allied with a people called the Yamasee. The Yamasee will become slave raiders.
You answered my question on that one. Go ahead.
the Mossy would become slave raiders.
Mm-hmm.
They would raid territory. It was about deer skins. So they would raid rival tribes or smaller tribes. Now, I do want to throw this out there, not to make the Yamasee look bad, because it was a point that the tribe that was coming out of Georgia, which would be Wampy at that time, or Gullah, and the tribes coming out of Florida, they were at a point kidnapping people out of this area and bringing the Yamasee in as slaves. So now the tides have turned once the British got there for the Goose Creek men. So this population that's going to be down there in the Sea Islands is going to grow out of this. When we get up to after 1763, you had 1754, you had a French and Indian War. Well, we go through the Yamasee War, the Tuscarora War, 1711, 1713, 1715, you get the Yamasee War, and 1739, you get the Stono Rebellion, which they say happened by an African named Jeremy, and he kidnapped and ran away, all bullshit. On all of the maps, there's a nation called Stono that actually traded in that area of Charleston all the way through the 1600s. In the 1680s, they went to war with them for their territory. They were like a thorn in their side. 1740, they passed the Negro Act, which made basically put them in the servitude and enforce different sanctions of laws on these individuals for this riot that the Indians caused in 1739. So we're gonna move down. We're still in South Carolina. So we're gonna get to 1763 with 1754 is the French and Indian War, 1763. The French will lose all of they trade ports to the British. Now this is in 1733, James Oglethorpe will come over, who was a defender of the Stewart family, the Jacobites, and found in Darien County, Georgia, and then they'll get Savannah. Well, this will give them an opportunity to attack Florida now. Very important, walking it down. So after 63, the Indians that left out of the area who were allied with the British during the so you had a Pontiac Rebellion after that, and that'll lead us into what is called the Revolutionary War, which Indians just fought on side because Indians started the Constitution. A guy named Conasauga, the Onondaga tribe of the Haudenosaunee or Iroquois, helped them put together the Articles of Confederation, helped them put together the Declaration of Independence, and also they modeled the U.S. Constitution after what is called the Great Law of Peace, which was the indigenous government that was up in the north at that time. That came from the Six Nations of the Iroquois or Haudenosaunee. Now, very important, they modeled theirs exactly after that, and you can look that up in Congress and law under H.Con. Res. 331. H.Con. Res. 331, you can look that up, and that's the United States saying that they got their Constitution from these Indians. Long story short, the Indians that migrate down into Florida and Georgia area, they'll be attacked by Andrew Jackson. Once they come in, they wanted this area down there because they were moving from deer skin. It went from beaver pelts to deer skin, and now it's moving to agriculture. So the southeast, you have the Georgia, the gold belt down there. You have and we're natural agriculturalists down there. So we get down here, this population of Indians are moving downward into the south, getting away from this encroachment or these Indian raiders. And so they're gonna make a confederation together to come together. And you'll have in 1803, you get the Louisiana Purchase, 1807, you get the Federal Road, 1811, you get the First Creek Civil War down there. Where after George Washington created the civilization plan, they came down to Indians in the Southeast and asked them to be a part of this new Confederate or a new government that they just created. Like I said, George Washington was a nigga too, right? George Washington was a nigga. He had a son.
Hold up. What?
Yeah.
Hold up. Give me a record scratch on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this real quick. George Washington was a nigga. George Washington had a son named George Washington Cuttis. George Washington Cuttis, he paid for his college. When Washington died, Cuttis took over the land. Cuttis gave the land to his daughter. his daughter ended up marrying the Confederate General Robert E. Lee, who also was a black man. We have his records from when he was in military school, and they describe him as a nigga. And this is Robert E. Lee. After the Civil War, their land became what is known as a contraband camp, or freedmen camp, where they set up freedmen villages. So it had always been niggas on their land, always was, and still today. You have George Washington family. He also had another son named Les. All right, y'all can pull them up. They got pictures of them. The families out there is all stamped. Anyway, moving back along, right? So
let's try to use black instead of the N word, just to color it, so we can keep it going. Go ahead.
All right, appreciate it. So we get down here to these tribes that they migrated, and they're leaving away from this Indian slavery that's coming down. That's taking place by this Iroquois. They'll be called the Rickahokans. They'll be called the Westos, and they're moving to Savannah, Georgia in 1664. And so you have this southeast. It'll be a big war that'll take place down there. You had the Red Stick War first. That's the Creeks. And then 1815, you get the Battle of Fort Horseshoe Bend. You got Fort Mill, Horseshoe Bend, and you had Fort Jackson. Those that lost in Georgia and Fort Jackson went to Florida in 1816, they became what's called the Seminole Indians. How do I know? Well, my family, my 8 ancestors, Osceola, Billy Powell. I can pull up the genealogy right now. I descend from that line.
Let's do it.
So you have these people that came and amalgamated together, different nations that was there, who was going to fight off this newly United States, 13 colonies who looked to expand. And so they want to come down and control the resources. Now let's fast forward. Let's get into the real information. The first person to ever mention a Gullah Geechee was a guy by the name of John Bennett. John Bennett, a white boy. All right. He was born in Rouse County, Ohio. And he was an American author who was best known for children's books. He wrote and illustrated some, especially drawing from the Gullah culture. He is considered to be the leading figure of the Charleston Renaissance. So this is very important about this down here. Now, the next time we hear what is popular for is this story. Later, they'll call them Gullah Geechee. Now you have the Ogeechee River down there, which the name Geechee actually derives from. So it's not coming from Africa. They said it comes from Angola. Well, Angola, that theory came from a fiction book wrote by a white woman. I want y'all to write this down, named Julia Perkins.
I'm gonna write it down. Julia who?
Julia Peterkin. Peterkin.
Kin. And Julia.
Right. Now you got to get my boy John Bennett. John Bennett. John Bennett, and then put
wait a minute. What was that? What? Bennett.
We got to get him. He's the first person to ever mention Gullah.
Okay.
All right. So this is going to be created in the 20th century when they're going to start Africanizing things. All right. So African, the transatlantic slave trade, all of that was BS. So all of this millions of Africans coming over here, it was a fallacy, and it came through literature. Why do you say that? Because when we go back, there's no one at the time of the transatlantic slave trade actually writing about these events that's taking place. It's not until the 1800s that we find some writings about it, but it's not. We have more writers in the 20th century writing about the transatlantic slave trade than we do people in the time of it. So when we do go back and look to the leading authority who were promoting this transatlantic slave trade, we find a guy named Anthony Benazet, who was a French Huguenot, come from a wealthy family, France. They came here after the Treaty of Fontainebleau, which was the Edicts and Nantes after they dispelled the Huguenots out of there, these Protestants. Family came here to Philadelphia. He taught a black school. He raised up Richard Allen. He raised up, which would be the first treasury of the Prince Hall Freemason. He raised up Absalom Jones, which would be the first pastor here. And they created the Prince Hall Freemasonry and also the ME Church, which is going to be the vehicle of Christianity to of colonization in America, because these are the people who are going to go build colonies in Africa. These are the people that are asking the indigenous people in America to leave. So they're going to create systems in which companies in which this can happen, starting with the Sierra Leone Company. 1788. Look up, write this down, OG.
Right.
African Association.
1788. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna give you the whole thing. June 9th, 1788, African Association.
June
Write this
9th.
down. The most important source out of all of them.
June 9th.
African Association. Why is this the most important? Because this is the beginning of African exploration for the British. At this time in 1788, the British knew nothing about the interior parts of Africa. They only knew the coastlines where the trade areas were. Again, we're talking about international commerce. That's why all the wars that fought in America are being fought for areas of resources and mainly ports, because you can control the international trade. It's not just a local trade. So 1788, look that up, the African Association.
Well, look it up, AD, real quick. 1788, African Association.
It was created to discover the interior parts of Africa. And so at this, the transatlantic slave trade is over with in 1807 in the Trade Embargo Act. So you ain't got but a couple years. If you don't know nothing about Africa at this time, now we know about the fake maps that came through the Royal African Company, which was also owned by King Charles II, the Black Boy King. So these are Black people running this transatlantic slave trade. The Royal African Company, King Charles, the Black Boy King. His mama, his mother named him that. Henrietta Maria, that's her name if y'all want to look that up. All right. Now with the Gullah Geechee, you got my boy John Bennett. He's the first one to mention it. Now you're gonna have a program that's gonna come through called eugenics. I know y'all familiar with eugenics. Well,
Yes.
Evolution in the Darwin theory. Well, you're gonna have something called the Royal Society, which would be the oldest scientific institution in the Western world, created in 1660. And it was chartered by King Charles, the Black King. Now, Robert Bowl is the guy who did it. It was called the Secret College. This was a secret society of royal bloodlines and only top head figures whose families come from these royal lines who have this science being passed down. So that's the Royal Society. Still today, anything gets stamped on science has to go through the Royal Society. You have in 1832, the African Association I just told you about are going to partner up with a company called the Royal Geographical Society. So you can write that down too. It's going to be very important in the colonization of Africa. After after they connect, you're going to have what's called the Niger Expedition in 1841.
Go ahead, you cooking right now. What you just said to write down? I'm still on 1788.
African Association on 1788.
Yeah. And now after that is what? Royal what?
Royal Geographical Society.
Okay.
They're going to merge.
Wow. Oh.
And so the first Pan-African Conference, right? So you're going to have the Scramble of Africa, and then you're going to have what's called after the Scramble of Africa, to counter it, we're going to get a group of elite Black men who are going to come, and it's going 1897 led by Henry Sylvester Williams. And it's going to be called the African Association. Okay? So this is the Pan-African first conference, and it's named after the same institution that's going to colonize Africa. Now, this is very important because they're going to bring education through Africa through the Niger expedition, there was a language barrier there, so they had to create language systems. That's where you get your Yoruba, where you get your Hausa, and these different languages coming from people like Isaac Crowder, coming from these type of missionaries. And so what they had something called sorrows, where the European would interbreed with the African woman, send a child to Europe, be educated, and be sent back to his people as a missionary. And so this is how we're gonna see them break down the colonization into Africa. In 1897, you got the African Association, which would be the first Pan-African conference. In 1911, we'll get W. Du Bois. He gonna create the first Pan-African Congress. 1919, I'm sorry, and it's gonna be funded by a white man named Joel Springham. All right, I want you to write his name down because white folk funded it. Now, okay, my bad. Yeah,
Joel.
Joel.
Oh, Joel what?
Springham.
Springham.
Yeah,
Springham.
Yeah, his brother
Like
went to Harvard at W. Du Bois at Harvard, and they brought him in and sent him over to Paris. And what they wanted to do was cut the brothers that went off to World War I. They was coming back with this message of being oppressed.
Shout out to Neptali. I see you. My bad, brother. I see you.
They sent W. Du Bois out there to Paris to make sure that these soldiers' voices don't be heard. And in that process, he's going to be funded and help create the Royal African Company. Now, you have the Carnegie. You have these people funding them. Now, the eugenics program is going to have an offspring program that's going to fund a guy named Franz Boas, who's the father of anthropology in America. So Franz Boas is going to have students. One of his students is going to be a guy by the name of Melville Herskovich. I'm sure you're familiar with him. He's the father of African studies. Okay, he's a white Jew who's the father of African studies. If you put his name in, one of the first articles gonna pop up is coming from Israel source that say the father of Pan-African.
Yeah, pull that up, AD.
Yeah, get him up.
Tell him. Go ahead, say his name again.
Melville Herskovich.
Melville Herskovich.
And so they're gonna Franz Boas is gonna get funded.
How you spell it?
Melville. Hold on, let me type it in. Melville.
That him right there with the glasses on.
Yeah, with the glasses. That's him. M-E-L. Yeah, that's him. Y'all got him. Yeah, that's him right here, the father of African studies. I know you heard of
John. He's the father of African studies.
Father of African studies. In 1958, so you had, at the time, you had philanthropists come out. So you had the Peabody, starting with the Peabodys. George Peabody and them, he gonna, after the Civil War and the Reconstruction era, they're gonna get together with these bankers, and they're gonna take over the collegiate institute. They're gonna get all of these teachers on the payroll so much to where the U.S. the Senate had to step in and make everyone open up the files to see who was on payroll, because what they did was came in and reconstructed history. So you had Rockefeller create the University of Chicago. A lot of quote unquote Black leaders will go through this University of Chicago, where they basically went in there and reconstructed history. Now, one of the things, I admit they didn't come out with, they was doing scientific racism at that time, which is going to come from Mort, which is going to start in America with the study of skulls of Indians from these Indian wars, Revolutionary War, War 1812, the Seminole Wars, things of this nature. This is one of the DVDs, The Heart of Blackness. It wasn't a Black person. I want people to understand this here. It wasn't a Black man that came and told you that you had a culture and your culture was Africa. It was this guy. This is the guy that said Black people are not savages. they actually have a culture. Negroes have a culture, and that culture is African. And so it's the Pan-African's daddy, because one of our greats, right? One of our greats who he met back in the Harlem History Club, Schomburg building. This is where the big shots used to hang at. Matter of fact, Kwame Nkrumah, which is later, before he became president, he was in Harlem. He was going to HBCUs. He was taught by OG James Agri, who came over to Livingston College, taught there, married a wife in Virginia, went through a program called the Phelps Stokes Foundation, which was a sister company passed down, which was really the New York Colonization Society. And this was passed down, Phelps Stokes, and their mission was to unite Africa educationally, religiously, and they were basically funding this new curriculum or idea of colonization. Now, what was important about this, you had one of the fathers of Pan-Africanism, Blyden. Blyden is gonna be taught by a guy by the name Henry Knox, a white guy, Protestant. His family go all the way back to Mary Queen of Scots. And once they split and went their way with the Protestants, that family ended up leaving. They go to the islands, they find this boy, Edward Blyden. He becomes one of the fathers of Pan-Africanism. He tried to get in the Rutgers, he couldn't. He would go on to found the first college in Liberia, which came through the American Colonization Society.
Damn.
He was funded by the New York Colonization Society, which was founded by Robert Finley. Now, these are people trying to get the indigenous people, us, from here to Africa. We don't want to go to Africa. How do we know that? Because in the AME church in Philadelphia, Mother Bethel, Paul Cuffey reached out to a guy named James Fortin and needed his assistance with his friends who ran the church. At that time, this was the AME church, Mother Bethel in Philadelphia, where they asked everyone in the church who was all in favor of going to Africa. They said you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Nobody wanted to leave. Now, this is crazy because this in the 1700s, and this is supposed to be the height of the slave trade. Why wouldn't you want to go back home if somebody took you? And giving them a free ride, you paying them. And so they turned it down, but this was a mission for them to remove us. So when we get down to Melville Herkovitz, you had what was called the Defense Act, the Education Defense Act, if y'all can look that up, 1958.
Right.
Very, very important. The Education Defense Act is the philanthropists are finally going to convince.
I'll pull it up so I can see it. I'm sorry, Top Cat, go ahead.
No problem. They're going to finally convince the government to provide funding into this African education. Now, from 1923, the eugenics, they were funding them, but they were doing measurements. And the measurements of your nose, the measurement of your lips, measurement of your skull. These are things they were deeming people, scientific racism about people, trying to figure out people. If your daddy darker and your mom's lighter, they're classifying you in this sense. And so that's when we hear people talking about the big lips, the broad, all of that was attached to scientific racism, which Melville Herkovitz, this was his mission. So he would go to Harlem, okay, with a lady who very prominent in our community. But anyway, he would go to he in Harlem. They got this white boy in Harlem measuring little black babies' heads, skulls, nose, lips. Not only that, but they went to colleges. Very, very important. So he came out with a report and said that the numbers on the colleges that students that the Negro, that they had African traits, and it was less Indian. Well, they took that model down to the South and they went through what's called HBCUs today. They went through Alabama, they went through Mississippi. And you know what? It was overwhelming race of everyone there saying that they had Indian blood. Overwhelming race that blew his out of the choice so much that his boss had to come to him and said, we can't use this. Well, funding came under the Special Defense Act, Education Defense Act in 1958. This is going to be important because now there's a need to start to Africanize the information. Now, once they start bringing in African languages like Swahili, Yoruba, they start teaching these in Berkeley, California, Berkeley, teaching them in different schools in America. Now, the funding is coming from Philanthropy, Carnegie, Rockefeller, they're coming Spelman, Phil Stokes. They're coming from all of these different entities. You have the Ford Foundation. Now, what's gonna happen is they're gonna need some black faces on this. Guess who they go get? One of the most prominent scholars, and even though he's a Pan-African, he's my favorite scholar. They're gonna go get John Henry Clark. John Henry Clark will form a sister company to African study, be African heritage study. They never split. So John Henry Clark works side by side. If we could get him up on the screen on that one with the white one. So they're going to be the first. John Henry Clark is very important because he's going to be the first to come and tell the story of African. They basically can create whatever story they want to send it around.
Hold on. Skip the record again. Flip back. Scratch the record, AD. What did you just say about John Henry Clark?
John Henry Clark became who he is today, a master teacher, because he worked side by side with the white guy, Melville Herkovich, that created African studies. John Henry Clark will create a sister company, which is African Heritage Study.
Really?
So in UCLA, California, they'll bust in through the student movement in the 60s, and they'll come out and say, we want to teach our own. We want to be able to teach our own history. And this is what Afrocentrism comes. This is in 1969. This is also when Negro is no longer useful. Now they're going to black. Now it's black power. So they're moving from there into black power, and then you have Afro-American. And so now this history of this lost history of the black man, this is where we're going to start getting all of this history from. This Africanized history from Africa, the slave stories, and all of these, such as the Gullah Geechee, right? So now Melville Herkovich is going to have a student by the name who's going to be called by the name of Lorenzo Dow Turner. He's going to be known as the father of the Gullah Geechee. All right, Lorenzo Dow Turner. And this guy, he's going to go around to collect data in different areas on these people. Now, he say he heard a Christian song called the Word Shout Song. A Word Shout Song. And he said, this is the connection that he made, and said that the language that he hear from the people in the Sea Island is the same as the people in Africa. Now, before he died, he didn't make the connection. All right. So what had to happen was a white boy had to come. I need you to write this down, OG. Joseph Apollo.
There's a lot of J's up in here.
Joseph O-P-A-L-A.
O-P-A-L-A. Okay,
Joseph Apollo. Now, Joseph Apollo came in the 80s. That's him. That's my boy. This is the guy who's going to come back and complete the work. That right here, he's getting the Sierra Leone citizenship on his picture. All right, this guy right here is the ambassador of Sierra Leone. They are in Washington, D.C., and he's giving him, they're honoring him with he's a citizen of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone through his Gullah connection, because he's going to come back in the 80s and say that he's deciphered it and he's figured out the missing piece that Lorenzo Dow Turner and Melville Herkovich was missing, because they was using the Christian hymn. And he said he came back in the 80s, and this is in the 90s. This is who they're going to give it to. And I think it was like 2010 or something. where he's actually going to. So your Gullah Geechee, I'm sorry, OG man, but these are the founders of your Gullah Geechee, white folks. And it's not a problem with it, but they Africanized the story that was really happened to the indigenous people here. Now, what really happened was there was a series of wars fought. You have the Seminole Wars fought from 1816 to the Civil War. We never stopped fighting. We won the Civil War. Why do I say we won the Civil War? Because the last general to surrender in the Civil War was a mixed race Cherokee by the name of Stan Wadey. Stan Wadey lost to ex-slaves. Now, when I say ex-slaves, let me reiterate on that. How did they become ex-slaves? In 1829, they found gold in Georgia. Well, let me go back. 1803, you had a Louisiana Purchase. 1803, you have what's called the land grab. So they came through with a land lottery, and they're trying to move the Indians off and move these settlers out of the 13 colonies and move them into Georgia, into the South. The U.S. is trying to expand the 13 colonies at this time. Well, people are defending their ancestral lands and they're fighting back. So this is where the series of wars is going to come from. In the Civil War, there was a decision had to be made in Indian territory. So 1829, they find gold, you get the gold rush of Georgia. 1830, you get the Indian Removal Act. My family left Tuscaloosa, Alabama in 1836, came to Texas. So out of that, so I know it's real. Now, you'll have the Seminole War, like I said, from 1816 all the way to the Civil War end. You at that same time, you have Mayans fighting what's called the Cass Wars down in the Yucatan, okay, which you actually have people from Texas going over because the Seminoles left and came down into Texas because in 1829, Vicente Guerrero, the first Black Mexican president, outlawed slavery. So all Indians was trying to get to Texas at this time because Texas was freedom. If you can make it there, you get freedom. So the Seminoles came down into Texas. They got a job with the Mexican government, guarded the borders of what's called Nacimiento, Texas. And that's why every year on Juneteenth, Mexicans celebrate in Mexico for the Seminoles, for our people that was down there. They call it the dead. But you have this this connection. So they're down in Texas and Mexico. Now these are the people who are really going to be who these people call the Gullah Geechee. This is an African story of them being called maroons and runaway slaves when this never happened. This came from the imagination of, I told you, first person to mention Gullah was John Bonet.
Yeah.
The one that made it popular was Perkins, Julia. She's gonna make it popular. Why she's gonna make it popular? Because she wrote about significantly shaped 1920, 1930 characteristics of the Gullah. Even though Southern writers and folklore collectors had investigated and written about Blacks that lived in coastal Georgia, South Carolina before Julia Perkins, Peterkin, and emphasized that Blacks were distinct from other Blacks in America, her writings initiated the consolidation of Gullah as a distinct identity by who became obsessed with uncovering the African origins of Gullah culture. Now, we know this. You can go to New York Times and put it up too. But this published volume was fiction. So I want y'all to look up On the Carolina Plantation, Black April by Julia Peterkin. All right. Now, it tells you that in many regrets, this is Peterkin's second published volume of the fiction dealing with the Negroes in the South must stand as the most genuinely successful attempt yet made to capture the soul of the people. This book is put down with the feeling that one stands in a matter of truth, and before it feels in a field of fiction the surface of which have been often scratched, and the rich depth seldom unquared. Now, this is a fiction book that she wrote about these people, of these Gullah people, and coming from Gola. That's why they say they come from Angola, or they were called Gola. That's where you get the Gullah. But it's actually coming from this lady. And those are primaries right there. So for my Gullah Geechee family out there, you do have the Ogeechee River. You do have a chieftain that go back at least 10,000 years down there called Gullah, right? Which they want us to call Wale. They telling us to make the G a W and call it Wale. Well, these people have already been down there in the Georgia Sea Islands, and they just so happen to have the same name as these people. Plus, we have the Ogeechee River, which even Nigerian scholars or anthropologists, Nigerian anthropologists say there's not enough evidence because all Africans didn't come from the same place, and they didn't come exactly from Africa to America. They stopped in the islands. So if they were going to create a culture, we cannot identify a specific African tribe that Gullah Geechee culture comes from. Very important when Nigerian anthropologists are saying this, are being honest. So he said we have to go with the safest bet, is that the name derives from the people that live on the Ogeechee River. Or
Man. Man, did you just say pause?
I said bars.
Oh yeah, it's bars. Yeah, you dropped the mic on that one. Man, I don't even know what to say, bro. Your knowledge is, I don't have, like, your knowledge is, you dropped it, man. You dropped it, bro. I'm gonna have to look. Yeah.
That was just one topic too. That was just Gullah Geechee. I'm sure he's got a whole vast library of knowledge on many other things. That was crazy.
Yeah, top.
Right now, I had a book of the year right now, man. A lot of people been shouting my book out. It's called America, Bloodlines of the Gorgeous Civilization.
Yeah, let's
y'all
put it up there.
P.O. box or something, I can send all three of y'all a copy.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, what is it called?
It's called America, Bloodlines of the Gorgeous Civilization. And we know it worked and it's true, because it's been used in debates. The information can't be tested, and it's all sourced up information, and it'll tell you about a lot how the people in America we see them the gods that they're venerating. Check this out, Killer Priest. On May the 12th, I went out and commemorated the Black Madonna. So her name is Lady Guadalupe. But she's really a fusion, because around the world, a lot of these gods are fusion. So you have the Black Madonna story. They say the Black Madonna comes from Aset, which is not true. They say that the Virgin Mary was stolen from Aset, which is not true. Because the way we know that is because it's actually coming from a lady called Tennyson.
Oh,
now,
man, pull it up.
Cortez got to America. He worshipped this deity called the Black Lady Guadalupe. Lady Guadalupe is a Black Madonna. A guy named Juan Diego was said to be on his way to go worship Tanasi, and he got a sign in the sky. He went back and told the friar, and they told him to build a place here. And on on December 12th, they celebrate this all over Mexico. In August, they celebrate Black Jesus. Now they pack a Black Jesus statue through the streets of Mexico. They don't even add this on TV here. All right. And so Bartholomew de la Casa, one of the most important Jesuit factors in it. Bartholomew de la Casa stated that when he got there, they already had a depiction of this Jesus. Now, people pile in every year and go commemorate these people down in Mexico. This Black Jesus figure. And we don't even know about it here in the Americas, which is crazy. So, and so we can go to South France. South France.
Who is that again?
Which one?
No, he just pulled up the image. You said that was who was that?
Okay, there you go, right here. Every year they worship him.
Mm.
I'm going down there to go see it. So this year I was able to go get the Black Madonna one, but I'm going down
Now,
to celebrate this one.
I know that image now. Who is that?
Now, this is in the book of Acts. They say Jesus died on the tree.
Right.
And in Mayan culture, you have a deity called Hun Hunappu. Hun Hunappu is a deity that died on the tree and resurrected. And so this is the depiction what they were having. You have something in colonization called fusion, where they're gonna or synchronism, where they're gonna come in and fuse the gods. So I give you an example. So Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ had kids. Yeah, drop a bomb. Yeah, I want to run it back. I know
Yeah,
I
run
did.
that back. Put the scratch mark on that one.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Wait a minute.
I heard Mary was getting kind of crazy.
Jesus and Mary Magdalene had children.
Mm.
Now watch this here. You have what is called Saint Kali. Now let's look up Sarah
How many kids
Kali.
they had?
Well, we know about this one, Sarah Kali. Let's AD, if you get a chance, pull up Sarah Kali. And
Right, got the name. Go ahead. He coming back. Sarah.
South France. France. This is going to be the daughter of Mary and Jesus. So I'm finna break it all the way down to when we.
Oh man, it's on tonight. It's on tonight. I might not go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's on. Yeah, it's 2024.
Put it on the screen for the people. Yeah, whenever he finds it.
Yeah, he coming back.
Okay, no problem. So
her name is Sarah what?
Kali. So
this is Jesus' daughter?
Yeah, this is Jesus' daughter. You heard of Kali in Kali in the Hindu, right? She's just the same veneration of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I thought it'd be Sarah of Nazareth or something.
Yeah, so she is the daughter. Now, this is the Black Madonna that they worship on the in South France. This is not so Jesus and Mary Magdalene had Sarah La Kali, known as Saint Sarah, okay, which is patronized in Christianity, and they worship her every year in France. They the veneration at a place called Saintes Maurice de la Mort. That's the place that they worship her in, and that's in southern France. Now this has been going on for ages. So when they ask the question, is I said the Virgin Mary stealing from I said, no, this is deeper than that. We talking about bloodlines of the gods. Now I want to go deeper because Jesus, Mary Magdalene had a mama. Her mother's name is Saint Anne. Okay, so we're gonna look up Saint Anne. Saint Anne the Ray.
We had to wait on AD. He'll be back.
Okay, all right, write it down.
Saint Annie.
SAINTE ANNE space D apostrophe AURAY France.
France.
Okay. And so she has her own church, Saint Anne de Ray, France. It's the church. Every year they come out and venerate her. Every year, even the Pope. The Pope is not in Egypt. The Pope is not in all of these other places that they're saying. The Pope is not in Africa. The Pope is in South France, and the Pope is in Mexico. Hold on, because I'm going to walk you all the way back to Mexico.
Okay, yeah, we got to do back to
all the way back to Mexico with this one. But if AD was here, he can show the pictures.
He back. Yeah, he back.
Okay. So I want him to show that one of Saint Anne or Saint Kali first.
Yeah.
You want that one out?
Yeah, he gonna spell it for you. Saint Kali.
Yeah, or Sarah Kali. Sarah Sarah Kali.
Oh, Kali. I thought you said Ali.
Kali, like the Hindu goddess.
The Hindu goddess.
Yeah, Kali. Yeah, it's
wow. Is that her
LAKA.
right there?
That's
Or
one of
you want a better picture? Go to the one on the far.
Okay, there she go.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
This Jesus daughter right here. And we don't have to believe,
No,
but it's people. No. I'm just saying. Watch this here. It's thousands of people who pilgrimage every year on the same day to come venerate this. This is not a Osset or Egypt or nothing. It's deeper than rap. And she has a mother. Her mother's name is Saint Anne. So if we can get Saint Anne up. See, because she even got a mama. Because if we're going to have her, then she's going to need a mama. So we're going to have to go to Saint Anne, which is the mother of her, of the Virgin Mary. So Mary Magdalene mama is going to be a lady named Saint Anne.
Yeah, Saint Anne.
And she's also a Black Madonna. She's the mother of Virgin Mary, traditional derived in apocryphal writing. Saint Anne is one of the patron saints of Brittany, Canada, one of the women of labor, and the grandparent of Jesus and her husband Joachim.
As deep as Saint Anne.
Feast day celebrated. Her day is July the 26th. Yeah.
Oh,
every July the 26th, they flood the streets in France. And this is who they're looking up to. Now we're gonna get a little deeper. Now we're gonna bring it back to the Americas, because where they're gonna come from, they're gonna be considered weeping deities. So like Egyptian, we have Osiris. You know, Osiris died. I said wept for him. When Tammuz died, remember in the Bible, they're weeping for Tammuz in the Bible. Now, all of these Virgin Marys are weeping goddess, which is symbolizing agriculture. So the death and the rebirth is the harvest, is just the harvesting. And so that's why they say when the Nile flood, they say that our city is crying, because when it's harvest season, they're gonna have crops in abundance. And that was the relationship between the sky. So it's a deeper meaning to it. So when we go down into Mexico and find out where it's coming from, because it's all centered around the agriculture deity. The agriculture is corn, because that is what kept all these civilizations in one spot long enough to build a pyramid or a civilization. Otherwise, they would have been chasing herds. And so we get up Lady Guadalupe, if you can get her there. Lady Guadalupe. All right, lady.
I'm gonna just give you a bomb, just so. GP, right? I'm gonna just throw you a bomb real quick.
Yeah.
This is what GP for.
It's the
studying.
Virgo constellation.
But what's the word?
Right.
What's the other version?
So okay, so he just took us there. He didn't went deep. All right, well, let's deal with the astrology part of it. Now, this is in the Bible. Now, this is how we know that this story in the Bible is actually talking about niggas in the marriage. Now, it's because it's gonna all come back and stem from the bloodlines of the gods. Now, the depiction, like I said, the story comes, it's a fusion god. So Saint Anne, which would be Mary Magdalene's mother, she would be fused with a god called Toki. So if you could get that up there before we go there, Toki, T-O-C-I, I'm sorry. Toki. Yeah. She's going to be the fusion. There she goes. She's going to be the fusion. So Saint Anne will become, she would take Toki. So instead of Toki, when the Spanish got here, instead of using the indigenous gods, they made a deal and fused the gods. No different than Serapis with Osiris. He became a god. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No different than what they did with it. So we have her becoming a fusion god. Now right here, this is Tanasi. This is Tanasi right here. Now she has her apron on. Now you see this veil on her. In the book of Revelations 12:1, it's gonna describe her to the T. All right, and it's gonna say why she's weeping. So if you look closer on that picture, you notice she has a belt She's holding 2 babies, and she has a belt around her waist. It's called an Aztec. That's called an Aztec maternal belt. That shows she's a birth. When you're looking at the Black Madonnas, they're usually weeping.
Right.
Crying because the serpents, they are the crushers of the serpents. So these serpent goers back to Samaria and getting these goers who was destroyed by these people because of their evil. When they destroyed them, her descendants are going to be persecuted or attacked by these serpent deities.
Wow.
This is what the story is all about. And so when we see people in exile, I take you deeper now because when
I give you props. Well, because if you pulled up the Revelations, 12.
Oh yeah, we can get Revelation 12:1, it'll be super live because we can go through Revelation 12.
Just pull out Revelations KJV. You want the KJV?
Right on.
Yeah. You want KJ?
We're gonna get Revelation.
Break it down. 12 and what?
Yeah, and will come down, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun.
You got to show a picture of it though. AD, you got to show a picture. Let me see.
Yeah, if you could get the one when she got the moon, there you go with the moon under her feet. Take that, AD, right on point. So, matter of fact, let me pull the verse up so I can read the whole thing because I just had a clip. Revelation 12, we can show that this is the. So if you look it up, it's called the woman in the dragon. Off the top, it's called the woman in the dragon. So she about to crush the dragon. She's known as the crusher of the dragon. All right. So and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. She is with child, traveled in birth, pain, and to be delivered. And there appeared a wonder in heaven, and behold, a red dragon. Keep that in mind. A red dragon having 7 heads. All right. Now, she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. The woman fled in the wilderness. Long story short, the dragon tried to get it out, but when we come down, they say, and the woman would, the serpent was cast out the mouth of the water as the flood after the woman that might have caused her to be carried away by the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, and the dragon cast out of his mouth. Now, story about Turtle Island is in the Mayans that the world was crushing in the turtle shell. The turtle lifted it back up. So it's similar to that. But anyway, the woman, earth opened her mouth, and the dragon wrought the woman and went to make war. Watch this here. The dragon wrought with the woman and went to make war with the remnants of her seed. So this is why she's weeping, because she knows that she's crushed the creator God. She stands in front of the sun. The sun is behind her because she is greater than the sun goers even. Her descendants will be persecuted for this. And so she is weeping. So Lady Montserrat in France, which all the Black Madonnas were destroyed during the French Revolution. This was the Reformation period when they burnt a lot of things and they crushed, turned down all of the Black Madonnas.
But you had the other lady up top. Is that the same image that you just showed? Because you was just showing us.
That's Toki. Yeah, that was Toki. So the garments that
right.
Tanassin, the garment that she had on symbolized. Hold on, let me go up. So the garment is astrology. So the garment that she wore the stars on her, like when AD first put it up, he said Virgo. So the lady stood in front of the sun to show that she was greater than the sun god. Her foot rested on the crescent moon. She had clearly vanished the foremost deity, the serpent. Okay, so she defeated the serpent gods. The stars on her mantle.
That's it. It's fire. Come on.
Showed that she was greater than the stars in heaven. Watch this here. With the which they worship. She was a virgin and the queen of the heavens. The Virgo, shout out to AD, rest over her womb, and the northern crown upon her head. She appeared on December the 12th, 1531, from the stars, that she wore the constellation of the stars and appeared in the sky that night. So this depiction is really metaphorical of a star alignment that happened on December the 12th that the Mayans were mindful of. And so this deity is used here. Now, remember they said a red dragon.
Front. That was heavy right there.
Yeah.
Let me give you a bomb on that.
One time. Now, I want you to push this one in. Hey, I got one more for you.
Man, that was hard right there. I'm not gonna front. That was.
Hey, but it also
down. Yeah.
It also shows how the Bible and many other stories are showing stories of astronomical phenomena.
Correct. In a metaphorical way.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Allegorical way.
Yeah.
So this one right here, Chico.
That was put together right. Huh? That was put together right. Yeah. I'm looking at.
right.
Go ahead.
My bad. CHICOMECOATL. Okay, and this is gonna be the 7 snakes. Remember, they said a dragon with 7 snakes. This is right here. And then she's depicted as red. She's a red deity.
What's her name again?
Tell him again.
I call her Chico because I don't know how to say the whole thing, so I call her Chico. Yeah. But she's 7 snakes. They will be persecuted. And so that's why they have all these weeping deities. And the weeping deities, they say April showers bring May flowers. So they're centered around agriculture and understanding alignments, when to harvest, when to put your crops down, when to pick your shit up, when they. But and I'm gonna end it on this point. Now they have a famous. The Hebrews have Deuteronomy 76. I know you're familiar with that one, right?
You run that by me one more time, though.
Okay, Deuteronomy 76. They said, "The Lord, thou God, for the Lord, thou God, are they holy people?" They say, "For thou."
Oh, 76. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I thought you said 76. I'm like, that's deep up in there. Deuteronomy 76.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people upon him, and above all people upon the face of the earth. Now, the people in the Americas, when Columbus met them, when the Spanish met them, they called them Los Gentes Indios. Okay, Los Gentes Indios. Meaning the people of God. These Indian means Los Gentes Indios mean the people of God. Indios is God. These are the people of God.
Oh, wow.
So Deuteronomy 76. So we just took you through there and showed you that the person that they're talking about in the Bible is right there, is the Mexican deity. We show you around the world these deities that was fused in with the gods here. The Chipa Mayas had a war. The Mayas had a war because they didn't want to worship Jesus because they had Hunahpu, who in Acts, I think it's 12:5, they say Jesus died on a tree. Well, shit, in their writings, they had already had a deity, Hunahpu, who died on the tree. And so they're saying, we're not going to take yours because it's no different than ours. And that caused the problem with the Mayans. The Kaz War, they were taken in 1848 to a slave trade from Yucatan to Cuba.
Is this Mayans Aztec?
Which one?
The one you just what was his name? Hukapu? Was it the dude?
Hunahpu?
Yeah, Hunahpu.
Yeah, he'll Mayan.
Very interesting.
Yeah, he died on the tree. And
very
then you, matter of fact, I'll get you the right verse on Hunahpu. Now, like I say, this Lady Guadalupe, this Black Madonna, when Pope Francis, he wrote a letter to Lady Guadalupe. You had every year millions of miracle-seeking pilgrims visit Mexico City. This is every year, millions. And they're packing around Black Madonna statues. The Pope ain't going in these other places. The Pope come to Mexico and bow down to the Black Madonna, the original Who was this here? Shortly after John Paul II was installed as Pope, October 22nd, 1978, he made his first plans was a trip to Mexico. Soon as he signed up, he had to go to the house and give praise, man. Lo gentes Indios, the people of God, man. America is the oldest civilization.
Bang.
Damn. What you gotta say, AD, on that? Yeah, that was a ball right there. That was
Yeah, he's just dropping it. I'm just trying to keep up with the slideshows.
Yeah. No.
How you doing? Good. Appreciate you. You got me looking good, AD.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man.
Yeah, run the point. Yeah, you can run the point, bro. You got me looking good. Nice downs.
Man, that was. You said so much. I don't know what to
I want to throw this out there too, because I've been to, like I said, we went on our first pyramid tour November. We just came back.
Right.
We went down there. We're going back in May. So we're gonna have a lot of people, Dan Calloway, they all talking about.
I might want to go.
Come, King Los, you know King Los, the battle rapper.
Yeah, King Los. Yeah.
All of them, they talking about, man, I'm going this time. So
I've never been to Cancun. Is this Cancun?
Cancun. We're gonna have.
We got the Sun Pyramid over there. Something like that.
Yeah.
This
Chichen Itza right here.
Chichen Itza. Okay. Yeah, that's fire.
I went there on the solstice where you can see the serpent come down the mound. I went there on that day.
Beautiful.
This is the serpent mound. The one they just passed up. Yeah, that's at the serpent mound in Ohio. If y'all familiar with the serpent mound. Yeah.
No, I heard of it. I never been there.
Right there.
That's crazy. Okay, that's y'all throwing it up?
This in Okmulgee Mounds right here in Macon, Georgia. One of the oldest sites down there, connected with the Cahokia, connected with the Poverty Point in Louisiana. So Point with the Mounds in Ohio.
That's in Ohio?
Yeah, that's in Ohio. Arkansas right there at Montezuma Castle.
Arizona.
West Coast where you was at right there.
Yeah.
We did 10 trips in a year with the family, just people meeting up and man, all success. We went to the Super Sunday with the Mardi Gras Indians. We was in New Orleans. Out there with the Mardi Gras Indians. We went to Juneteenth in Galveston. Now they made that a slave story. We walked into the museum, and the guy at the museum told us his grandma told him he was an Indian she was an Indian from Shelby, Texas. He said he promised to put Indian history in the story, of Juneteenth. And because my ancestor, Al Edwards, that's my grandma's first cousin, he helped get the holiday established. So he died during COVID. But and so we went there and
see Stallion. That's you right there, right?
Yeah, that's me right there. I couldn't believe it, man. I had it before, and then I said, man, I want to bring the people back, and the people came.
That's fine.
So next time I just hope we can get more people and we can start doing this more often.
Where is it at again?
Chichen Itza. It was a 2-hour drive out of Cancun. And so we have connections. When we go back next year, we have a guy who's going to bring his master teacher who's been doing it like 30, 40 years, and also anthropologist. So he worked on a project on the history of Chichen Itza. So he's not no small fry. He's working with anthropologists who are on the ground who can bring us in as volunteers on excavation sites and shit like this here. So we went and made those type of connections down there. And we want to get into the pyramids and we want to get the dirt. And, we going to grease a few palms. We're going to take care of it. But, that's him right there, Ricardo.
That's dope.
We're going to bring his master teacher who taught him. And also, we're going to get some anthropologists there in May. And
Did you walk up the stairs?
nah, they wouldn't let me. But
Oh man.
In a couple weeks, I'm going to the Jaguar pyramid,
Wow.
and then March, I'm going to Mexico City to the Pyramid of the Moon, the Pyramid of the Sun. Also, the Totec down there with the Temple of the Warriors, where they have the depictions of them, the black, the melanated people on there. They actually have the painting on there.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
got
going
that. They
to
took it
document
down.
it. And the old Mick Head, I'm gonna go see that at the Anthropology Museum when I'm down there. That's in March.
It's got to be great energy there too, because those are all on ley lines, right?
Right. Oh man, hey D, man, hey, D, you got it, man. You got it. You
Yeah,
they come down, pull up on the feet.
I love it for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, we gonna have a good time. That's in May and
It
April.
looked
We
pretty.
Canyon. And I think August or September we going to Cahokia.
Let's go ahead and put up your information that if people can if you take a group with you, like a camp or something, you could just go on to your tour.
Right.
Yeah. So is it with the BCU?
Yeah, BigChiefUniversity.com.
Okay.
That'll keep you tapped in with all our events. Of course, sign up to the YouTube. Follow me on Legendarytopcatz.
Yeah, we put in your link tree in the description.
Okay, appreciate it. Wow, that's super love.
Yeah,
that's super love.
AD just trying to get a free trip with you.
That's right.
He's a good point guard.
Right. I love it.
Those pyramids look kind of big, man. How big were they?
It's breathtaking when you stand there, and then people that we come back later. We want to go get them type of connections.
Yeah.
People with who with the boots on the ground, who read the Spanish, the Latin, and they, I got recordings 2 hours. We was teaching them.
Wow.
Yeah, they was kicking this, they was kicking it to us, and we was breaking down some of this information I said, and he was like, man, that's crazy. So he want to bring his people, introduce us to his team, and bring us, because there's a connection of the Mayans in the Southeast. If I come back on, I'll show how.
Oh, you definitely gonna come back on. It's no surprise that you would teach them, because man, you got a wealth full of knowledge, man, and I know that's just a little bit. I know the floodgates just open. I asked one question, you came down. It was, you really dropped it, man. You really dropped it. Right here.
That's real, man.
Shell right here. This is very important right here. So y'all know the origins of Easter.
Yeah.
And so they have Ishrot. They have Ishtar, Inanna. We have these stories around, but they're synchronism. So this is the fertility goddess Ishel, the mother of the Mayans. And she look like us. All of the Mayans. Look, we walked this. This is Isma Morales. We did the tour there. Yeah. Every one of the statues, they show when what's called the Hispanic comes. And after that, then they lighten it up. So I went in February, and then I came back, went in March, and then I came back in November, and it was changed to this. They had painted her brown. Because in the history, it states that all of these people were melanated people, copper-colored people. We see it on their walls, the Bonaparte murals. We see
what up, though?
All of the writings, even their guards. As we get to
you mentioned Inanna, and it's funny, the music industry will refer to certain symbolism and certain names. Like you got Rihanna saying, "Oh Nana, what's your name? Oh Nana."
That's
and she'll also do Ella.
No, she do. And Lady Gaga, you're right.
Oh,
yeah, they be having those names.
They always drop them in there.
Come on, man.
That's them chants.
Ooh, Nana. Yep. And Foxy Brown used to say she's the ill Nana.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It's all correlated.
That's deep.
Man, I said me and Dan Calloway can come through here and tag team.
Oh man, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's about time.
I would love Dan Calloway to come back, man, with you and him. That'd be crazy, man.
Set it
Yo,
on
we got
fire.
400 in the
Make it happen.
watching right now.
Set it on
exactly.
fire.
That's right.
We
Let's
take Kobe.
Make it happen. Man, you. All right, so we got all your information. You dropped a jewel on me on that scripture, right? Well, you said a whole bunch of stuff that was crazy. I know about Joel. I'll tell you, Julia Peterkin and John Bennett.
Don't forget Joseph Fowler.
Oh yeah, that cat. Yeah, Joseph Apollo. Yeah, exactly. Joel. I got him down there. Yeah, exactly. Sarah Ali, Sarah Kayla standing on top of the moon. Yeah, exactly. We just saw
Guadalupe. Sarah Kali is Jesus' daughter.
That's his daughter. Yeah. Sarah Kali. I thought it was Ali's Kali. Okay. Like going out to Cali.
Around the Templars. Y'all familiar with the Knights of Templars?
Yeah. We heard of that. Yeah. What?
Yeah, the Holy Blood, Holy Grail, and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's some truth in it.
Yeah.
So you had movements back then, like I said. So you had the monks. The monks, you had the black monks or the Benedict monks. You had what was called the white monks. They'll be called the Syracuse. They'll be headed by a guy by the name of Benoit Clairvoyant, who comes from a wealthy family who were merchants, sea traders, and they had this ancient knowledge of the God.
And they
he had a kinfolk
Jesus
who would become Hughes the Pain. You had something called the Council of Troy, where they meet at Troy, and this is when the Knights of Templars will be born. So the Knights of Templars will be born, and they'll have their own sector to the Holy Roman Empire. And now they'll be given basically like a sovereignty. Now we know they had to go underground, but they did different veneration. Hughes the Paynes married into a royal bloodline called the Sinclair family. We went to Scotland, we got land from this family called the Sinclair family. If y'all seen the movie, what was that movie, Da Vinci Code? And they talked about the Sinclair family.
Yeah, the Sinclair. Yeah, exactly.
This is a real family. Hughes the Payne. Hughes the Payne is the first Grand Master of the Knights of Templar. He's going to he's gonna marry into this family. Now, this St. Clair family is gonna be in Scotland. So if you can look up, they have they built a monument there called the Rosalind Chapel. The Rosalind Chapel. Inside this Rosalind Chapel, it has over 100 green men, faces of green men. Now I told you the green men, there we go right here.
What's the name of the chapel?
Faces of green men. You see that column right there? That's DNA. You see that column right there? That's DNA. Yeah, it's a model of the DNA. When you go at the top, they have
wow. Yeah, I see it.
They have Indian corn.
That look like a headdress too, an Indian headdress. Wow.
They also have cactuses, indicating American fingerprints. The green man, like I said, which is centered around agriculture and will be always centered around corn. That's why they have the corn inside of that. If you can type corn in the Rosalind Chapel, if we can get them to look at that.
Yeah, pull that up. Oh, yeah, I got a question for him. But
there go the cactus right there. We see that in the codexes in America.
Yep.
We also right here, this is something that the Indians need to carry right here. If now the corn, we get the corn in there, the green men, they have over 100 green men in there. Now this family is gonna be important. Why? Now they go to green man. Now Jesus is green man. In the Hindu, they got the green man, right? Osiris is green.
Yeah.
And these are all of these are resurrection deities. And so it's symbolizing resurrection and it symbolizing agriculture. That's why the Hebrews practiced the Passover, not even understanding that this is an agriculture practice that they're practicing that is centered around corn. Now, this family is going to take a voyage to Queen Scotia is the mother of Scotland. This family is going to take a trip to Scotland, to the Americas. Now, if you can pull up the Templar flag and the Micmac Indian flag. Templar flag, Micmac Indian flag. And if we can get a side, they ought to have one side by side with each other. Put it together. They ought to have one side by side.
How do you say it? Mid-Mac?
Micmac, yeah.
I almost wrote Big Mac.
Okay, there go the flag right there. Check. There go the flag. So you have the Micmac, which is an Indian nation.
Wow.
And then you have the nicer Templar flag. Now, why do we have this? Because the creators in Scotland of this rising temple came to Scotland. Came to Canada. And so you get Nova Scotia, which is named after Queen Scotia, which is mother of Scotland. So these
damn.
They're gonna run out of bullets. Now, one more before we go. We're gonna go to the Rotunda in Cortez meets Montezuma in the Rotunda in Washington, D.C. And I want to show you, I guess we'll land on that one. The Cortez meets Montezuma in the it's a picture in the Rotunda. Okay, there we go, right here. Now, if we get a close up, we see Cortez right here. We see Montezuma. Now, if you look down, you see this lady kneeling down right here. Check if we can get in closer on her. If we can't, I hope y'all can see it. Yeah. But she's kneeling down.
Yeah, I see that. Yep, she's right there.
Ain't that the temple? That's the temple of. And so Mary, what we showed you, Lady Guadalupe. This is why she's hiding in. She's hiding behind the Indians, bro. When they came here, Columbus said he was looking for Jerusalem. Period. Columbus said he was looking for Jerusalem. When they came here, they didn't go nowhere around the world and doing colonization. They only came to the Americas and said that you guys are the children of Israel. So when the first Algonquin Bible by John Eliot translated the Bible, John Eliot with the Micmac Indians, praying towns. You had they told them that they were the children of Israel. You have the Book of Storm in the West, the Cherokee. We know they end up actually being supporting Jews that having converted from Khazar, and they end up taking over the tribe. But that's where they Hebrew customs came from. But we know that they came here and told the people in America and the people in Mexico that they were the children of Israel. They went nowhere else on the planet doing colonization and told no one else that. America bloodlines of God civilization.
Man, yo, man, dang, Topcat nothing to play with. Yo,
I can see why he calls it a university, though.
Yeah,
because it's a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't know you was gonna come in and do that to us, bro.
Hey, man, I'm a fan of the podcast.
Oh man,
I've been watching since y'all started.
Thank you, my brother.
I always said, man, I want to get on Killer Priest, man. So when you popped up yesterday, you was like, I was like, hey, what's my interview? Tell me I need this.
Man, oh man, that was fire. That was fire, my brother. You got any questions?
I'm good. He's very knowledgeable, man.
Yeah, you dropped it on there, man.
You got BigChiefUniversity.com.
Big Chief, yeah. Oh, that's what BCU. Okay, Big Chief University. Right. I like BCU. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. Okay, man. Yo, you definitely gonna come back.
Man, I'm gonna send y'all the books and send y'all some merch.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, definitely. AD hit him with all the info that
it's
he
already
needs.
in the description.
I was just called this is Topcatz tonight. It's the Top Craft.
Mm-hmm.
You came through. Yeah, we're gonna give you that, my brother. Word. You came. We're gonna let you off the ship, man, brother. That was very knowledgeable. I definitely wanted you to come back. Bring Dave with you. Man, it's gonna be heavy. And I'll hit you up later after this, man. That was heavy. We want to thank you for coming through. That was fire.
Yeah.
Word.
I won.
All right,
Peace,
100,
peace.
man.
Peace. Let me do the applause. Nice.
Yo, legendary.
Great
Topcatz.
big guest to start the year.
Yeah. 2024, man. He came in and kicked in the door.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff that, man, we learned. I'm telling you, we got to go over and over. That was heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Left me speechless.
Yeah.
Solo Gems was speechless too. You listen.
Very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable.
Yeah. Podcraft, man. Boy, this cat's coming on, dropping it, man.
Yeah.
Yo, no problem.
Hey, man, they gonna run out of bullets, man. Man, goddamn. But I was gonna hold 2 minutes. They still like, what the fuck just happened? Man, what just happened? Shit. But shout out to them. Man, I love to teach, especially when people are genuine and they want to learn. No bias, no, you know what I'm saying? So when I noticed he had a pen and a pad, oh, we finna go crazy. What? So you square business. You got a pen and a pad? Oh man, we finna turn up. And like AD said, man, shit, that's just one question. You ask a nigga a question, usually they done within 30 to 60, maybe 90 seconds. 2 minutes at the most. This nigga, we gonna go out. I'm gonna take you through we going all the way through yeah, and we still working, man. Say, check it out, man. It was a brother in the chat that said, we opening up the panel today. Asteroid, what up with it? H-Town in the building. What a homie at that said, we opening the panel. I told you, hey man, I'm gonna save a spot. You gonna be our first contestant. So if you still in the building, homie, what we doing? What we doing? That's my question to you. There's a brother in the chat, I don't know his name, but he said, we opening up the panel. I guess he want to be famous. Get what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make him famous. Yeah, I'm gonna make him famous today. So on gang, I hope you pull up. I hope you pull up, homie. Where are you? And see, this, I know you didn't think I was gonna stop my show because I already know you niggas really be scared. So we're gonna do it like this here, man. Hey, go get y'all a platinum pack, man. They on sale $200, man. Go get a platinum pack. If y'all been around BCU for over 6 months, ain't no reason why you shouldn't have no goddamn platinum pack. I think we want to start the pyramid tours back up this year, man. So we looking at around June time. We looking at June, summertime. It's gonna be hot, but we bringing our own rolling motherfucking coolers, man, because it's gonna be hot. We gonna have little fans. We didn't already learn the tricks. Get your Geechee bag. Trees brought the backpack chairs. These are things you gonna need. Turn up. And like I say, we always working. Right there, shy to E-Shell. You know, we're gonna be dropping like next week. You did? We're gonna be dropping like next week, man. You know.
for the babies, you know, beginning of the year, we're gonna get the babies out the way. You did, and put them on this culture. You know, goddamn children book come with a book blurb, a table of contents. That motherfucker got a glossary in the back. Go crazy, man. Go crazy. Matter of fact, no, I don't think they're gonna let me do that. Hey, but I say this here, man. Man, let's not take things for granted. You did. Man, it's a lot going on, you know, and I know we you know, not guaranteed another day. You feel me? But a lot of things, you know, people trying to go out and fight and prove themselves. They want to debate. They want to go jump on these panels, and the conversations are pointless. Especially when you have already discovered that everything you need, you came here with. It's your birthright. So when you standing on your birthright, homie, like the homie Red Pill told me, man, and I never forget, you cannot debate truth to life. When you unlock the mystery of who you are, who you come from, and find yourself in the story, there's no reason you should be having a conversation with anyone else. I'm going to tell you, let a lot of that shit fly. You ain't got to fight them. Let them niggas fight time. And if they're here, then it was ordained and they should be here. But you know how many groups or niggas that made up name Umar just came out his ass with this shit, this new name. And he's going to have people out here saying it. You know, listen, we not into the fads. We into real life. We are my stories. We are the fucking source. We don't need a new name. We don't need an acronym. We don't need another nigga. No, we don't need nobody but ourselves. And y'all already know the BCU way. As long as we got ourselves, I'm going to let y'all hit the rest for me. As long as we got ourselves, we don't need nobody else. Gang shit, that's my time.
Talk to me. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy.
What's up?
Come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. Whatever the time to talk it is.
Hey, homie, what you got going on, fam? You coming here talking about somebody blocked you, fam? If they telling me you disrupting the chat while class is in session, homie, man, don't come in here with all that. Nigga, you got a page. You ain't blocked no more. I wasn't teaching anyone where you get that. Block me like you did. Well, listen, homie, I didn't see everything. So my bad. You got a page, you in here. First thing I seen you say you was down with the pie crowd. So I was like, all right, homie, good then. But then they started saying, so I'm seeing what they saying, I ain't seeing you. I don't got time to stop the show. I'm just gonna remove your ass. I would have brought you back after the show. You got a new page, you here. I was a bitch shit, nigga. I'm far from a bitch. On guard in them. But I'm not even gonna, I'm act like that never happened. So you here, you under a new name. Niggas don't think you a troll. Okay, you a real person. You fuck with the podcast. That's game. So nigga, it's all good. You know, we gonna act like it never happened and we gonna dab it up, nigga, and pass the peace pipe on that. Turn up. Nah, it's all love. He said, I didn't disturb nothing. It's all respect. It's all love, brother. It's misunderstanding. You feel me? But we grounded the motherfucker. So yeah, when real niggas come together, it ain't never a problem. It's just an understanding. So we got that. in his love, gang shit.
Talk on them. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man.
Ebenezer.
Like to think you feel the same way.
Yeah.
I can't tell with you sometimes. So baby, let's get on the same page.
Wait, what's
Stop
up?
making me read
hug,
between the lines. Already
my
know
hug,
I can leave it alone. Oh my. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to get out on it. I kinda like it when you call me one night more. Never the type to talk it in, stop on that. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay, what up, though?
Talk
3
to
and 5,
me.
what we doing?
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me. Talk. Yeah. Usame the mess, keep up with the jet. I'm about to catch, I double the bed. I'm in the stretch from south to the west. Where's the best?
Oh, nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. You know, let's take it out the right way, man. Dominate on me, dominate on 3. We ain't winning, we ain't dominating. Dominate on me, dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate. Gang shit.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirit rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed of shit steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's the triangle of soul, but the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original mind. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Top cat said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, soul food and intuition. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants, and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tears. Granny sat me down, roll something slow. Said when you puff, give thanks, let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle, exhale the flow. Spitting stories that the textbook still scared to show. Cigar lit like a torch from ancient rites. Aromas like prayers to the Orishas at night. New Orleans ain't a torch tale, it's black divine. Where the jazz horns been time and the spirits align. Forget Columbus, we was dancing in stars. Trading turquoise, dripping culture in bars. Drums talking codes, spirits moving cars. Look close, the past ain't gone, it's just behind these stars. From Congo Square to Trammy porches, we built this land, no need for endorsements. The Mardi Gras beads ain't just for decor. That's soul armor, homie, we was gods before war. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants, and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chains, and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tears. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives.
President dropped the 50. She said, you ain't rocking with the legendary Topcat BCU, the realest American Indian channel, doctrine annihilator, game changer, first educator, reveal Black Europeans, and the godfather of American Indian studies. Stand up and stand on genealogy, bloodline, the language of the gods. We are the motherfucking descendants of the bloodlines of the gods. The mighty, legendary will be known for thousands of years. We going down in history. The mighty, legendary BCU. Gang shit, they said run it back.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curl like ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new plan, we the ones that try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed the ship to steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's a triangle or so, but the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original might. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Topcat said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, so food and intuition. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chains and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky and the ancestors rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. It's our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tears. Granny sat me down, roll something slow. Said when you puff, give thanks, let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle, exhale the flow. Spitting stories that the textbook still scared to show. Cigar lit like a torch from ancient rites. Aromas like prayers to the Orishas at night. New Orleans ain't a tourist tale, it's Black Divine, where the jazz horns spend time and the spirits align. Forget Columbus, we was dancing in stars, trading turquoise, dripping culture in bars. Drums talking codes, spirits moving cars, look close. The past ain't gone, it's just behind these stars. From Congo Square to Trammy porches, we built this land, no need for endorsements. The Mardi Gras beats ain't just for decor, that's soul armor, homie, we was gods before war. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky and the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. Hold up. Oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tear, through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky and the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tears. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place.
Hey, nigga, and this my birthday, man. Get y'all coins together. Say, I've been here a little minute. Every year, it get greater and greater. Yeah, get y'all coins together, man. Big Avery shit. Yeah. Bring all offerings to the goddamn gods. It's going down. Turn up.
We disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tears. I like that Honduran